From the Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach studio, get up to an EPA estimated 50 miles per gallon at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason calls like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Thursday. It is a big day today. It is SunFest kicking off today amidst rain. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I think we are going to get some rain today. I am hopeful that it's going to be something that you're just going to see in the afternoon.
How does that work with the SunFest? Do they all do a little committee, look up at the sky and go, well, we're good or we're bad? How do they cancel a show? Or when do you know if it is canceled? Because people are asking me all that stuff.
Yeah, I think any kind of lightning stuff they have to clear out. There are regulations. So I think everything, when you do a festival, Virginia would know more about this. She does more festivals than I do.
It's lightning.
Yeah,
But they watch the radar. They don't just look up in the sky.
Well, of course not.
They have like the radar that they look at. And when they see the lightning moving in, then they cancel it. They don't wait to see like, oh, let's see if anybody gets struck by lightning first.
But do they have a protocol of, because this is what people are asking me, does SunFest have a forum you can go to where they make an announcement?
I would go to the social media of SunFest because that seems to be the fastest.
They have an app you can download.
Oh, the app, okay.
Yeah, so the app has the schedule on there. You can kind of create your own itinerary, and I would imagine any announcements that happen, they would post up immediately through the app, so that might be one thing that you want to download before you go to have that, and it'll just kind of help you know everything that's going on and where everything's going to be, and there's a map showing you what stage is what, because they have sponsor names on all the stages, like Ideal Nutrition. If you said, hey, go to the Ideal Nutrition stage, would you be like, wait, which one? That's the Meyer Amphitheater stage. So
even if you said go to the Meyer Amphitheater, where? Where's that at?
Yeah, Bird wouldn't even know that. So
You found the amphitheater.
I'm doing jokes over here. Good
cracking
God.
some comedy.
Oh, sorry.
Literal Larry over there.
Yeah. But the way that it looks, it depends upon who you're talking to. Sandra Shaw on WPBF TV 25 seems to think maybe 1 o'clock to about 4 or 5, tapering off a little bit. The Weather Channel is always just so pessimistic. They are a little less. They are giving about showtimes for the main performers tonight, 8 to 9 o'clock. They are giving about a 51 then to 63% chance of rain.
Wow, it's so specific.
Yeah, that's how they give it with the Weather Channel. So that's what they're saying. So, that's the forecast for the first night of SunFest. On stage tonight, you've got Sam Hunt headlines the Forge stage, Goo Goo Dolls on the Ideal Nutrition, the Meyer Amphitheater stage, and then you got the Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Ooh, who are they?
They're kind of an alternative group. You can't tell by the name.
No, not at all.
Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
And now do we get to go up with the Goo Goos?
That's all kind of crazy, Virginia. I think so, yeah. I mean, I'm scheduled to be up there, and, you can join me. I'd love to have you there. So, absolutely.
I got Weird and Whatever tonight, so I can't go. I already got committed to do this.
I'll put Panda in a goofy outfit, and we'll just tell everybody it's you.
Put that pizza onesie on him. People thought that was me at the Cajun Fest.
Wouldn't even know.
We'll put him in your pizza outfit. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. So if you're going to be at Goo Goo Dolls tonight, look for us. We hope to be on the stage there.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
Well, like I was saying, we got our Weird and Whatever podcast tonight, and one of the main things I always get emailed about are people who think they are having ghost-like activity or paranormal activity, but they also have some mental issues too, and they want to know if is it my mental issues doing this, or am I really having these paranormal experiences? And that's something we're going to delve into, because there's a difference sometimes. Sometimes you can see something, and after time goes on, you can think you're crazy just because it sounds crazy out loud. You ever have that?
Sure.
What's that tone?
Sure.
What's that?
Well, I think that maybe some of us hear more voices than others. If I'm stressed, I feel like I hear 80 different voices. But when I'm peaceful and I'm not stressed, I don't hear the voices.
But what kind of voices are you talking? Are you talking about voices inside your own head, or are you
Yes.
talking about external voices in a closet somewhere?
No, I'm talking about like worried voices.
That's different. So that's a great example of where you could maybe be getting yourself all stressed out because you're doing it to yourself. It's not something, it's doing it to you. Yeah, and we're going to delve into that a little bit tonight.
Okay.
6 p.m. KVJ YouTube page. Good look at SunFest. I wish I was with you guys.
Sounds like Virginia actually needs to be with you.
I'm thinking it through.
Yeah.
You got options. SunFest with Kevin, Weird or Whatever with the
Yeah,
bird.
I think Bird's trip might be more valuable for you. Got some stuff for you there, Virginia. What you got on your mind today?
Well, I really never spend a lot of time in bong shops.
Yeah.
But yesterday I found myself in one and I took some time to look around at all the merch. They had the coolest international snacks and fun gifts and gadgets and stuff. Like, I bought like all these Doritos from Thailand, all
Yeah.
these crazy different flavors. I got Panda a Pepsi from Bangladesh.
This is the bong shop.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
the bong shop, Kevin. Even if you're
Oh,
not
wow.
like, I don't own any bongs. I was not there to purchase bongs, and I thought it was all bongs. But I started looking at all the other stuff they have,
Mm-hmm.
and it was some fun, curated, like things that like Chinese Kit Kats. Like what? It's so cool.
I wish you guys could see the dude that works at the shop by my house. This guy is so awesome and so overly positive and wants to help you out with all of your needs, if you know what I mean. And every time when you're leaving, he's like, all right, man, great talking with you. Hey, man, smoke it up, man, live it up, smoke it up.
That's just it, huh?
And picture this guy that I'm telling you about. It's exactly what you're thinking.
I would say to anybody, I mean, pot smoker or not, go in there, look around. They have some of the coolest curated non-bong stuff I've ever seen in a shop.
Oh, they had this one where it was beautiful art. It was an alien coming out of a tree.
Yeah,
and it
I
was
saw
so
all
well
kinds of art.
crafted. Yeah.
They have like sculptures and cool things, and
You would even use this thing to smoke out of. It's an art piece.
Yeah.
It was that
Right.
beautiful.
Okay.
I was very impressed.
How about that? What I got on my mind here today, of course, SunFest is going on, but the other thing I'm going to be keeping an eye on is the NFL draft. That gets going. There are so many great football players that come out of South Florida. Maybe they stayed here for college, but a lot of times they usually leave and go somewhere else. So maybe you don't know the names. You'd be going, oh my gosh, you're going to see so many kids from South Florida changing their lives as they go into the NFL. And it's really kind of exciting because, you know, like our friend Christian Wilkins, he made such a splash when he was drafted in the first round back in 2019. He picked up the commissioner and he's bear hugging him.
Adorable.
Yeah, it was just great because that's the kind of stuff that you see. I mean, a night like this changes families forever. You know, the money that they make in the NFL, some of these guys are bringing in $20 to $30 million a year. And it's amazing how it just turns lives around. So
Legacy money.
yeah, when you've gone on and you know you've worked so hard at your craft, and then this is the payday for a lot of these guys, and so it affects a lot of teams as well. The Dolphins, they had a lot of picks, but they've given them up for a lot of the acquisitions they made, so it's all good. So if you're a Dolphins fan, you may not be as intently tuned in, but you never know. The Dolphins can pick up a couple side pieces.
You lost me at acquisitions. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Very
Right.
complicated.
I did get a nice text here. It says, please give a shout out to Evan Neal, Okeechobee-born Bama player going to the draft.
Oh.
Yeah. And Okeechobee, they say, is literally having a draft watch get-together in our Agra Civic Center tonight, and the whole town of Okeechobee is going to be there rooting on Evan Neal.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so those are the kind of stories I'm telling you about because, you know, Okeechobee's pulling for this kid that went to Alabama, was a big star, and, you know, now he's going to be shipping a lot of that money back to Okeechobee.
Hopefully they have that camera shot where they pan to the hometown crowd and
Oh, they
everybody's
will.
like,
I hope so. I hope they do have a camera there at the Agri Center because that'd be really cool. You know?
Yeah, it would.
You'd love to see those kind of
see
reactions.
his mama crying. I
Yep.
love that.
Yep, That's what it is. All right, coming up here in just a bit, I know we got Rocco in here. He's sitting right next to Bird.
Yeah, I keep forgetting he's here. We just had a 5-minute conversation about bongs. I'm like, oh yeah, here's my little
He's fine.
my little McNugget over here.
It's take your kid to work day.
Yeah. How cool is that, huh?
Say hi, Rocco.
Hi.
What's up, bud?
Not much.
Not much. Okay, we're going to have some fun with you coming up here in a little bit. Do you feel like answering some questions?
I do.
Okay, good.
All right, good. We got a lot of questions about your mom we want to get the answers to.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, I can answer those.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. We're going to...
Very, very interesting.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. It's going to be very interesting. Yes. We have a thing called the hot seat, and we're going to put Rocco in it, and we're going to excuse his mom and let her go do some other errands.
And just you tell us everything that comes to mind, Rocco, when it comes to your mom. We ask a question, just really let it all out. Let it all out.
Okay.
Well, it is that take your kid to work day today. Yippee-ki-yay. So maybe you're a parent taking your kid in, or maybe you're just a worker who's like, oh, cool, the office is going to be invaded by children today. So either way, I know a lot of people are very fired up by this, but it gives us a great opportunity to get Virginia's 6-year-old son in here, Rocco. And we're going to do something fun with Rocco because we got a lot of questions for him, but we don't want him to have the pressure of his mama with that glaze that she...
It's a gaze.
The gaze that she puts over.
And a
Well, there's a
glaze.
glaze, too.
I'm the one with the glaze problem.
Yeah.
She's
we
the
have
one
a
with the
glaze
gaze
and a
problem.
gaze in here. Yeah, so we don't want her staring him down, making him nervous. So Virginia's going to step out here so we can ask Rocco a couple questions.
Bye.
Just about things. Okay, so Mommy's stepping out. We got Rocco in here just to talk to Uncle Kevin and Uncle Jay Bird here. Just a little
right.
conversation with just the dudes.
Okay.
Yeah. How you doing, Rocco? You got a juice box there?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of juice you got?
Apple juice from McDonald's.
Oh, okay. You like that?
Yeah, we had one yesterday, and then Mom was begging me to have it today.
Oh, she was. Okay.
Mom, does Mom beg a lot?
She does.
She does. Okay. All right. She just pleads with you. Please, Rocco, do this. That's kind of how she talks to you.
Does Mom yell a lot?
Kinda, yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
She had to yell once at my sister because she had to go to school twice yesterday.
She had to go to school twice yesterday. Okay. All right. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
She did. So what? She had to go, and then she had to come back later, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mom made her.
Oh, okay. Mom do kind of crazy things like that from time to time, Rocco?
I think so, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Is Mom, who's crazier, Mom or Dad?
I think Mom is crazy.
Really?
Yeah, okay.
Why would you say that? What's so crazy about Mom?
Because sometimes when she drinks a lot of beer,
Yeah.
she gets her voice like crackled up.
Speak that truth. Speak it, Rocco.
No, what do you mean by crackled up, Rocco? What's
like this. Like it's like a little. Well, I don't know how to like explain it, but it's like
it's like a
yeah,
Like a monster kind of.
yeah.
well, not like in a monster way, but it still sounds like Mama, but like she has like a crackled up voice a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Is she hard to understand and things like that?
well, not really hard to understand, but
Okay.
like she's still, like still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, your mom was telling a story about you just, I think, yesterday on the show. And, you know, you had the passwords, and you're kind of like the security guard at your house, right, Rocco?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you take care of the cameras and everything. And she had talked about something happened to the mailbox outside, but I
Yeah.
guess there's no video of what happened. In fact, the video, it went dead when something happened in the mailbox?
Yeah, because, like, we don't have any footage because we have a Ring doorbell, but, like, for some unknown reason, I got logged out of the app. Dad was still logged in, but, like, but like, the Ring wasn't even on there. And then third, Mom wasn't even connected.
Huh.
So you don't know who hit the mailbox then?
No. So, like, I'm going to say this. Like, I have to log back into my previous account, see if I can get the Ring to start up, and then I'll see if I can go back through a time travel and see who knocked the mailbox.
So it's just gone. It's still a mystery. Who do you think hit the mailbox if you had to guess?
I think it would be Dad's truck because like, it's like way too big
Yeah.
and like.
So do you think? So Dad just wouldn't tell Mom that he hit the mailbox?
Well, like maybe he hit it, but like he didn't know.
Okay,
Oh,
that can
okay.
happen.
So he has no idea he hit the mailbox. So when he came in and told your mom that he didn't hit the mailbox, he wasn't lying. He just didn't know
Yeah, I think
because
so.
his truck's that big. Okay, you don't think it was your sister at all? You think
I would
Maggie
never
could've-
think that because she has a small Mazda.
Oh, okay. And so you don't think that small Mazda could take the
No.
mailbox out?
Well, actually, kinda yes, because she does kind of park like right next to Dad. Like in the morning, I have to get in the truck and like I can't even get into it. She parks so close to Dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is your sister a good driver, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say that, but
Does she
but-
scare you when she's driving you ever?
not really. But technically, one time when she was by herself and we were at Josco, it was pretty scary. You want to know what happened?
What happened?
She passed a stop sign.
Yeah. Oh, just ran right through it
No.
without stopping, or?
She waited 2 seconds instead of 5.
Oh,
That-
it was a quick
but-
stop. Yeah.
Yeah. And a cop was right next to her.
Dang.
So you think the cop should have pulled her over?
Well, yeah, they did, but like she didn't get arrested, but she did get a ticket.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Is that the only ticket your sister's ever gotten?
I think so. That's the first one she's ever gotten.
Okay. All right. So she's never been in any kind of other trouble than that. She's a good girl, right?
Yeah, she's a good girl.
Yeah. You're a good boy, right?
Yeah.
You've been getting any kind of trouble at school lately? Or are you doing all right?
I'm doing all right.
What does that mean? Does that mean like no trouble at all?
I'd say technically, yeah.
Technically. All right. I believe
So
you.
what is it? Like, it seems like there's a little wiggle room. Is there a couple things like maybe just the teacher says, "Hey, Rocco, you got to do this a little better," or anything like that? Yeah. What typically is a problem if a teacher has to scold you, Rocco? What's it for usually?
I'm not really sure.
You're not sure? Okay. Is it? Do you ever say any bad words anymore at school?
No.
Oh, okay, good. All right. Your mom had said maybe that happened one time. So, but what about your mom? Let's talk about her a little bit here, Rocco. Can you name a time when your mom, Virginia, when she said something that maybe you didn't like?
When she like says my name like really loudly, I
don't like that?
Yeah,
How did she?
Rocco, I don't like it either. I don't like when she does it to me either, so I get it.
Can you do? What does your mom sound like when she says your name? Give me an idea.
You sound like this, Rocco.
Oh, okay. That Rocco. So you can tell when she goes up, Rocco, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So that-
Does your mom complain a lot about work?
No, not really.
Really? She never says anything bad about anybody on the show? Like if Kevin, me, Dennys, or Suits, does she ever say anything at home? Like, oh, these guys are getting on my nerves. Anything like that? You ever hear her talk trash?
Like not really that lately, but like and like not often.
Okay.
Not
All
often,
right.
but there is times where she just, oh, I can't believe Kevin or Jason or Denny's did this or something like that.
Well, technically.
Yeah?
Technically, yeah.
Who does she complain about?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure.
You're not sure?
I like it. You're staying loyal to your mom. That's
Okay.
good.
Ain't no rat, right?
No, he's no rat. She didn't raise a rat. I like that.
Yeah. So she never seems to get upset with anybody here on the show?
No.
Oh, okay.
Does mom fart a lot? Yeah.
And she poops a lot.
Like how, when you say a lot, like how much does your mom poop? Like how many times a day does she poop?
Is she the biggest pooper in the house?
Well, my dad's more of a deuce dropper.
He is. Okay, so if you had to rank the biggest dumpers in your house, it's your dad number 1 and ironically your mom number 2. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Very eye-opening.
Where do you fall on that list, Rocco?
Wait, say it again?
Like if you had to rank the biggest poopers in your house, are you in last place?
No. Well, technically.
You're the smallest.
Well, yeah, but my poops do stink a lot.
Well, that's good to know. Okay.
This is a very exclusive interview.
I told you. The feeling is a Dateline special.
It is. It's great.
Yeah, we're sitting down here. Is that the grossest thing that you've seen your mom do? Does she do other gross things, or is it just her farts and poops?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. What about like with wearing clothes? You know, some families are set different on how they wear clothes. Do you ever see your mom naked?
Yes, I do.
You do. How often and when does that happen?
Well, I just saw her naked yesterday.
Oh, you did? Okay. What happened there, Rocco?
He showed her.
Yeah. Her what? The top or bottom? What are you pointing at there?
Yeah, I think he's pointing at.
Oh, he's pointing at is he pointing at the lower area?
Show me on the Bigfoot doll, Rocco, where you're pointing
yeah,
to.
What did she show you
You're
there?
pointing to where?
Yeah. Point at
It's really heavy, so just.
something there. Okay. All right. This is Virginia's son Rocco here.
I think it's her private parts.
Oh, okay, lower private part area. Okay, she showed that yesterday, huh?
She did.
Okay, yeah, she did.
You showed that to Dad and Mom.
Oh, okay, so she's showing everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
But,
it's just.
but not sister.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
Max doesn't get to see it, just all the guys in the family. Mom shows it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also Dad.
Okay, Dad.
He also shows his private vision.
Oh, Dad shows private. This is.
So sometimes when you hear the song,
Yeah.
he like jiggles it around.
That's amazing. Wow. Like,
Well, you guys just have fun. You guys have a fun time.
You're dancers. You like to dance.
The Sinickies like to dance.
He's like to dance. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, see, we're having a good time, aren't we, Rocco? Don't you like this, take your kid to work day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm having a lot of fun with y'all.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
Rocco, this is
Yeah.
great fun. I'm having so much fun with you. Thank you for coming in, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. I might call my dad to see if I can stay a bit longer.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
wow.
Oh.
Because he was gonna pick me up and take me to his work, but I'll see if I can make him to just go to his work by himself.
Who'd you say? I mean, 'cause I know you love both your parents, but do you have one that you seem to have more fun with? Is it mom or dad? Which one do you seem to like a little bit better?
I think to like Dad more, cause I tell Mom I don't snuggle her, and then immediately I just start snuggling Dad.
Okay, that's kind of your play. Okay, and what does mom do when you do that?
She usually goes.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm learning so much about the Sinickies today, Rocco, and this is just so much fun to take your kid to work day. You've done a great job. I'm going to see if anybody else has any other questions for you. Okay, do you mind answering if there's anybody listening that would have a question for you, Rocco, answering
Yeah,
that?
totally.
I got to tell you, you're crushing it, kid. You're crushing it.
Yeah, you really are. We're getting a great picture of your family today.
Yeah, I'll answer some of the comments.
Okay, all right. So, somebody's got a question about what mom's showing the family or dad's dance moves or anything like that. I mean, you can let us know. I got to tell you, I've interviewed many, many people in my long, illustrious career, but this has got to rank up as one of my favorite interviews. Virginia's 6-year-old son, Rocco, is in here for Take Your Kid to Work Day. So we let mom step out, and the boys been in here chatting a bit today.
Well, a lot of times you interview these celebrities, they're all closed off. They won't give you the goods. Rocco gives you the goods.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got.
I do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, Rocco. You got
this guy.
Yeah, who's that guy you got with you? You got a stuffed fox
Yep.
with a scarf on?
And Diggy.
Okay, what are their names?
Fox and Diggy.
Fox and Diggy. Oh, that's great. I assume Fox is the fox and Diggy's the dog. Yeah, it makes sense.
Diggy loves piggyback rides.
Oh, he does.
Who doesn't, Rocco? Who doesn't?
I know Jaybird's a big fan of those too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we could play piggyback rides here in a little bit. That'd be fun for Take Your Kid to Work Day. I told you we got some people asking some questions here. So Don is on from Palm Beach Shores here, Rocco. I don't know if you'll be able to hear him. Don, what is your question for Virginia's son, Rocco?
Okay, first of all, good morning, KVJ, and special guest, Rocco.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, say good morning, Rocco.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Rocco, go ahead, Don. You got a question?
I do, Rocco. Since school is going to be out soon, where are you going on your family vacation with Roxy and Diggy? And if you, wherever you're going, what electronic devices are you bringing with you? And what kind of snacks do you plan on having at your family vacation?
I have Doritos, and I'd be staying at the Breakers.
I mean, Doritos and Breakers.
Wow.
Look at
That's
that combo.
nice. That's nice. And does
How about that? The best of both worlds.
Roxy and Diggy they like the Breakers, Rocco?
Yep. I think they agree to go to the Breakers because for Magnolia's birthday, we're gonna my mom's friend works at the Breakers,
Okay.
so she's gonna try to get us a Breakers room for a low price.
Oh, that's
Okay,
great.
wow,
That's
that's a great
good.
deal.
Wow, that's
birthday.
great.
That's one of the church
Let me ask you
perks of
another
this job.
question, Rocco.
What is it?
Is Foxy and Diggy allowed the Breakers?
Oh, they totally are. I brought them
Oh,
last
totally.
time I went.
Oh, okay. You brought them last time, so they like it.
Yeah, they just need a passport.
Oh, okay. Yeah, passport.
One question we're getting a lot, people,
Yeah.
the chat room's asking, Rocco, do you have any romantic interest? Are you dating anybody? Is Rocco Sinicki single?
Nope.
You're not dating
Oh, boy.
anybody?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're on the
So,
market.
There's them out there.
Yeah, okay.
I'm ready.
All right, okay. That's good. Don, thank you very much for your question.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, Rocco. You sound like a type of guy that can hang out with my crew. Have a good morning.
Have a good morning, too.
Okay, there you go. All right, that's Rocco. You're handling these questions so well today. You're doing a really good job.
I am.
People want to know about food. Your mom cooks. She's great, especially at Cajun food. How do you feel about crawfish? Do you like crawfish?
I prefer no because crawfish is spicy and I don't like spicy.
It's gross, right? It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find crawfish to be gross?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is there anything else that your mom cooks that you find to be a little gross?
Sometimes she cooks soup that I don't like, chicken soup, because I had some soup last time and then I spitted it out. So yeah, I don't like soup anymore.
Okay, your mom ruined soup for you?
Yeah.
She ruined soup for you, sudden death for us. Rocco, we get it.
Is she? Remember when she made that cherry soup for you, Jay?
Oh, my
I think she ruined soup for you too.
It was not good. It was pretty rough, Rocco. I feel your pain about the soup.
Yeah. Is there any other foods that your mom's ruined for you, Rocco? Okay, you got you find the headphones over there, huh? What's the coolest piece of equipment in here that you like? What buttons would you like to touch the most?
Well, I saw a voice thingy. You can change your voice sound effects.
Oh yeah, that's fun, right?
Yeah, I found it over there near the bottle and the microwave.
Okay. We're if we're hiring, you gonna take a job here one day, Rocco? Do you think work with your mom? Would you like to work with your mom?
I would totally, yeah, because this place is awesome.
Well, you're awesome, Rocco. Thank you for coming in today and hanging out with us.
Hey, you're welcome. Once I hop off, I'm gonna call my dad, see if I got more time to hang out.
Okay.
Rocco, I had such great fun with you. Give me a high five. You nailed the interview. How do you feel? Great?
Yeah, I'm feeling great.
Do you think your dad would show us the dance, his pantsless dance that he shows you?
I think so. Maybe I'll get a video of it.
Don't not send that to me. Do not send that to us.
And
Well, that'd be great for KVJ's TikTok. We're gonna get a video of that and post that. That would get a couple views, don't you think?
yeah, and then
Yeah.
but before we post it, I would show it to y'all.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Rocco.
Yeah,
I
I'd like
appreciate
to
that.
try it. I don't know if I can. I think your dad's got more equipment than I do, but. All right. Well, thank you very much. Okay, that's Virginia's 6-year-old son, Rocco.
Nailed it. Great
there
job,
on the hot
kid.
seat. You did an amazing job today, Rocco. Thank you very much. All right, got Mama back in here. It's Take Your Kid to Work Day, and Rocco, your 6-year-old son, came in here for a very revealing interview, and people loved it. I'm getting texts in Spanish. Queremos el video de Panda. They want the Panda video, Bailando sin pantalón. So pantsless dancing. They're all for that.
Bailamos.
Funny
Yes.
enough, I've gotten that video before.
I've sent it
Yeah.
to you.
Oh, yeah.
Panda does the
Yeah.
helicopter.
Yeah. They said, bien hecho, Rocco. Well done. Eres una estrella. You're a star. He definitely is. So thank you very much. In any language, he was crushing Virginia.
Oh, that's sweet. He went to the vending machine to get snacks for everybody.
After he's getting off stage, man, he's got to come down from that high. Wants to eat some snacks now.
Yeah, that was some very impressive stuff. How about that? Yeah, so it is take your kid to work day. He's going to be hopping off with dad. I know he's trying to talk his way into staying here a little bit longer. He's having a good time.
Well, he tasted fans. And now he's like, this is great. They love me.
Oh, yeah. He was just in there just crushing it. So good for him. Well, it's always nice to have a little guest pop in here from time to time. I did see this, Rocco makes a little cameo on the KVJ show, and BuzzFeed was ranking out the best cameos of all time in movies. And I was kind of curious if you had a favorite. As I was thinking about the ones that I saw, this is, I think, how I would rank my own, where you just see a celebrity, and they're not really part of the cast. They just pop in for a minute, and they do something awesome.
Wayne's World was really good at doing that. Remember those movies?
Yeah, they would.
Always would have special cameos through both movies.
I think the person who's done it the best is Adam Sandler. In fact, I would say probably my favorite, I think the best of all time. I didn't see BuzzFeed rank it, and a lot of people didn't say it, but Bob Barker and Happy Gilmore.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. That is. Yeah, I didn't see that either. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'd have to say I think that's the one that jumps out to me the most. A lot of love for Will Ferrell and Wedding Crashers. Get the meatloaf. I mean, that part, some of that was good. But I do remember in that movie, that was about where it started trailing down for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, but a lot of people were listing that.
Mike Tyson in The Hangover.
Oh, that was
good.
Yes, with the tigers.
Unexpectedly awesome.
You're right. That is a great one. Neil Patrick Harris and Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle got a lot of love.
That because he plays a psycho in that, a druggy psycho.
Neil Patrick Harris is so talented.
He plays a real extreme, over-the-top guy. It's very funny.
Mm-hmm. Bill Murray in Zombieland is one of the top cameos that people mention. Another Adam Sandler one, Billy Idol and the Wedding Singer, when he was in there.
Yeah, that is Adam Sandler again.
Yeah, I think Sandler might, and to your point, Mike Myers does it a lot in his movies as well. What about Keith Richards in Pirates of the Caribbean?
That's a great one.
Was that a cameo or was that a part?
Yeah, it was listed on some of the cameo things, but it really was because, at what point does a cameo become a part?
Some of them do turn into that.
And I don't know. Is it so many lines? Is it so much time in the movie? Is a cameo you can only be in one scene and then you're gone?
That's what that, to me, it's brief. Yeah. It's in a scene and then they're gone.
Yeah, that's a good argument. They list Christopher Walken in Pulp Fiction as one of the best cameos. Virginia, it's one of your favorite movies.
I love him in that movie.
What was he in that?
Christopher Walken was... he was talking about the watch. Remember, your father and I fought in the war together, and he kept this watch in his bum. And he was talking to the kid, and so he gave him the wristwatch that had been in someone's rectum.
Okay.
And that was his only part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Michael said Brad Pitt in Deadpool. He was just in there briefly. Love that one. Katrina said Bob Saget, Half Baked.
That is a very good one. That's a funny cameo. He doesn't play him. Yeah, does he play himself? I don't think he does.
I thought he did. I don't even know if I've seen that whole movie for many reasons. I didn't make it through. But yeah. They've got Matt Damon in Eurotrip. I haven't seen that movie. Will Smith in Anchorman 2. I don't remember Will Smith in Anchorman 2.
People keep saying, I keep seeing a Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. I don't think that's a cameo. That was a part.
Right, and I think that is for this and what you were talking about a second ago. I think you have to be in one scene and then you're gone. You're not an integral part to the storyline. You're just there and something happens. Lance
Armstrong did one in Dodgeball.
He was in Dodgeball, yeah.
That was a good one.
Right. He popped in there super fast. You had Keanu Reeves. He did one just a couple years ago in Always Be My Baby, or My Maybe, I guess it was. Always Be My Maybe. In fact, I'd seen just his part of it. It's very odd. He's Keanu Reeves, and he's kind of awesome, but he's kind of a tool. So
does Keanu do it for you? You think he's hot?
He's okay. He doesn't light the fire, but I wouldn't tell him no.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people were listing Stan Lee as the best cameos of all time. He would always pop into all the movies that he basically was responsible for creating.
Stephen King does that too.
Yeah.
He did that in a few of his movies.
I think there's a couple of creators, directors, whatever, that always make an appearance in there. So some cool little cameos. Appreciate Rocco's cameo. In fact, if you missed that, we'll make sure that we get that posted. You might be able to hear some of the highlights from that a little bit later on. Virginia's 6-year-old son. Boy, he was spilling the tea, I'm telling you.
And if you need that video of Panda, I mean, we can just put a little emoji over the...
You can put Kevin's face over Panda's privates, and I think that thing will do very well.
Why does my face always wind up over everybody's dong?
You're the host. You're the boss.
Okay.
It's a power move.
Okay, if we got to do that to get the video out, we got to do it.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, we all knew that Hailey Bieber had some sort of medical emergency, and now we're hearing more details about just what happened when she had to have surgery. Crazy stuff. So she was sitting at the table, her and the Biebs, and she had a mini stroke during breakfast. Half of her face went like droopy, and everybody was like, oh my gosh. They rushed her to the hospital, and she had a blood clot that had traveled to her brain.
Jeez.
And the surgery was to close the hole in her heart that I guess it caused. And so, yeah, crazy stuff. She could have died from that.
Blood clots are one of the most crazy, horrific things. She's 25 years old. I never even knew somebody at the age of 25 could have had a stroke.
I didn't either.
You hear those stories where somebody has that blood clot and something weird. In fact, my boy Kirk Herbstreit, he's not going to be at the NFL draft this year because his doctor found a blood clot, so he's not going to travel.
Really?
Yeah, so he's sitting it out. And so, yeah, when I heard this story, because, when it happens to my boy Herbstreit, blood clots are on my mind. And that's that's like the silent killer. You have no idea. I mean, you can get them at 25. You can get them at any age. Craziness.
Anything else you want to freak me out about?
It can go right to your lung, Jay Bird, and drop you like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, I hear people who love Mountain Dew have more... I'm just kidding.
If that was the case, I would start drinking Mountain Dew like crazy.
Well, you can do those body scans now. I'm really thinking about doing that, where they look at everything.
Okay.
And they scan all your arteries, all your veins. They check all your organs to see what's going on, if you got like a fatty liver.
And that'll be $10,000, Mrs. Syndicate.
I think it is expensive.
I bet, of course it is.
What price do you put on life?
I don't know. I'm a gamble on that one.
I don't know. I kind of think I want to get the body scan.
It depends on how much it is. If it's so much money, I'm like, I'm just going to ride this thing out.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens, right?
If it happens, Virginia, it happens.
Well, can they put me on a payment plan where I pay like a couple $100 a month for the body scan?
Maybe.
In other news, it looks like your boy Elon Musk will not be taking the stand after all.
Well, why would he want to?
Oh, I know he wouldn't want to, but Elon Musk dated Amber Heard, and apparently he was on her list of witnesses that was supposed to come and testify, and everybody was like, oh, that's so juicy. But his lawyer addressed this yesterday directly and said Elon will not be testifying.
Okay. I mean, you talk
James Franco too. He's not testifying either.
Well,
okay.
It would be a bad move for James Franco to be involved in. But I don't think it's up to them, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And apparently both of them have inside information because they were both hooking up with Amber, and there might have been some overlap.
Well, that makes me think that they asked them to be a part of it and they're declining. Because if they had legit information, wouldn't they have to be in there?
You would think.
I think it's all up to, the defense and what they want to call, and who they want to call. So I don't think you have to call anybody. You call what you think is going to be best.
But if you call them, then the prosecution gets a shot at them. The other attorney.
Cross-examination.
And maybe that's why they don't want them either.
Yeah, right.
Because Elon's like, don't you dare do that to me. I will kill you.
Or maybe if they realize if they brought Elon Musk in, that it's going to really sink and torpedo Amber Heard's case.
Yeah, you might get a lot. At the end of the day, you might have lost ground.
They might be like, this hooker is crazy. We dated her too, and we think she's nuts. Sorry, Johnny, we're on your side.
Every day I think this trial is it can't get any goofier. I saw one of the people in the stand, I was on the stand, but I guess he was in his car, and the whole time he's vaping. He's vaping as he's giving his testimony.
It's like a pirate trial, yeah.
What is this?
It's a pirate trial.
I guess I just had a different idea of what the law was and how courtrooms are supposed to be.
One of the jurors has an eye patch. What's going on in here?
I was vaping, man. Chain vaping.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's so crazy.
And wow, I didn't think this was going to happen so soon, but Travis Scott is doing his first music festival since Astro World. It will be Brazil, Chile, Argentina, and it will be like just hundreds of thousands of people at these festivals.
Okay.
I'm sure you will see a totally different situation when it comes to how they arrange these people and how crowd control experts are changing the way the pit and that whole area will look.
He can't do anything goofy on stage. Take it from me, Travis. Don't throw any rolls out in the audience.
Don't hit anybody in the face with bread.
Just keep it straight.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay, we got some celebrity birthdays today. Happy birthday, Jessica Alba is turning 41 years old. Drew and Jonathan Scott. Do you know who those guys are?
Drew.
They're the Property Brothers. I didn't even know their name, but you see them everywhere. They're the twins that have the dark hair and the beards.
Yes.
I see them like when I go to the grocery store at Publix. They're always on like every magazine that they have right there in the cash out. I'm like, who are these guys? They're everywhere. They're the Property Brothers. They're 44 today. Penelope Cruz turns 48. Tom Brady's ex, Bridget Moynihan, is 51 today. John Daly, the golfer now being endorsed by Hooters, is 56.
I like that guy.
Did you see his son got an NIL deal for college golf by Hooters? So Hooters is now endorsing John Daly and his son.
That's awesome.
I guess his son is,
Hey, good for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great endorsement.
No.
Dads and sons love Hooters.
They do. Yeah, I feel like John Daly's son especially.
The Ralston family. I know they
do.
love.
No, we're very tied into Hooters.
Cannon has a big crush on that hot Hooters girl.
Oh, yeah. My daughter hangs with a lot of Hooters.
She was on the
models.
boat for your daughter's birthday.
Oh, yeah, Alexis, yeah.
I was very impressed.
Oh, yeah, Cannon's got good taste, huh? He likes his Hooters waitresses. Also, Jay Leno is turning 72 years old today. Happy birthday to all of them. Happy 7th birthday to our Pisey. We love you with all of our hearts. Mommy, Daddy, Bebs, and Amalfi. Also, we got a birthday shout out to Jessica Christina Ann McMullen, turning 25. That is from Mama Bear, Nana, and Grumpy Grampy, Mimi, and the Fur Babies, Diesel and Chihuahua, Chance, Jojo, Charlie, and Tater the Cats, and Spirit the Bird. Okay,
Tater the Cats.
Tater.
Full family there.
That sounds like you named that cat.
Mm-hmm.
Tater Tot.
Happy birthday to Patty. She's a mama and amazing at it. And the greatest Grammy there ever was. That is from my husband, Ross. Just won the No Name Movie Game last week with Kevin. Oh, yeah, he was great. Thank you, Kristen. Love that. Also, happy 5th birthday to Mommy, Daddy, sisters Lexi and Riley. That's from the Power family. Happy birthday to Laurel and Brody celebrating their 9th birthday. Twinner birthday dinner. Love Mom, Dad, Ranger, and Abby. Mary sent that in. You got a photo of the twins right there on KVJ TV.
Oh, cuties.
I have an identical twins question.
Yeah.
Do they when you're identical twins, do you typically stay the same height as one another?
I think, yeah, for the most part. I don't know if I've
Identical,
seen...
yes.
Would you ever have a situation where they're identical twins, one's 6'3" and the other one's 5'10"?
I've never seen that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think basically you have kind of the same genetic makeup, and that's why you kind of start to form together about the same height, and you know, look the same, at least for that. So I think that's how it works, but I don't know.
If you're wrong, don't worry.
They'll let you know.
You'll get a comment.
If you want to see KVJ TV, just go kvjshow.tv. Click shortcut to get there. Send us your birthday requests. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. All right, a couple options here. Which one would you choose in Would You Rather? Would you rather sing everything you say or dance every time you walk?
I thought about this deeply,
Yeah.
and I love to do both. I'm a song and dance man. You know this
Yeah,
about
you
me.
are.
But I think the dancing eventually is going to get too taxing.
You're not getting anywhere fast.
Yeah, and singing you can almost get. I'll take a roast beef, so you get through it pretty quick.
Give me a roast beef sub. club.
Yeah.
But think about your radio career, dude. I don't know. I think they might tell you, I gotta take a walk.
I think you'd have to make adjustments per conversation. Maybe sometimes you talk like this, like a rapper from the 80s, and then another time you sing. You'd have to kind of...
You just put a slight inflection on it. In fact, the big old country star that is on stage tonight at SunFest,
Sam Hunt?
He's known for, he'll talk a lot, kind of like this in his songs, where he's like, I didn't know that time that we were out together on that porch. And it's, you could argue that it's sing-songy talking.
I hate talk singing. Oh, I'm not a talk singing fan.
People really rag on him for that.
Talk singing.
If you hate talk singing, you're going to hate Sam Hunt.
Country talk singing.
Country talk singing.
Sure.
So he's got a little...
Pick one, talk or sing.
Yeah, he got a little Alabama twang in that.
They love to talk, sing, and country and get a little sassy. Shania Twain used to, so you're not a rocket scientist. That don't impress me much. Hate it, Kevin.
Cringiest moment in music.
I like it.
I hate it too. Okay, would you rather wear your partner's clothes for a month or let your kid dress you for a month? What do you think?
I think I would let Rocco dress me for a month because I feel like he would do a good job. If I wear Panda's clothes for a month, it's going to be all baggy, and I'm just not going to like the fit.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I would love to dress Virginia for a month. For a week, I'd love to dress her.
You would.
Oh, my gosh. Maybe we can work that into the show one of these days.
Next time we play against each other at Do It, Bitch, make that the punishment, as long as we're not on the same team.
You go to her house and pick out her outfit? Is that how it would work? Or would it be something that he brings in that's your size that you wear?
Carte blanche.
Oh, we could have it. So if it's just throw the kitchen sink at her, I got so many options and ideas for her.
Just don't have me looking too scandalous. You can dress me, but you can't put me in a thong bikini and be like, okay, hooker, go.
Has to be a work appropriate.
Yeah, right. I'm not trying to sexualize the witch. Believe me, that ain't what this is about.
Whatever. You drink this in all the time. I see you looking at my boobs.
And spit it right back out.
You drink it in.
Okay, would you rather eat prime rib with a spoon or soup with a fork?
Prime rib with a spoon.
I think so, too. I think you could cut it and get it up on there. And the only way that soup with a fork would work is, if you did the whole chunky, it'd have to be something like that.
Yeah, you'd get the chunks, but none of the liquid.
If you love the broth, then you ain't getting that.
Yeah.
Unless you pick up the bowl and drink it.
Prime rib sounds so good.
Oh, it's so good.
Mom, do you want to do breakfast or take your work to kid day?
What?
Whatever.
What?
Take your kid to work day. You want to do breakfast?
Take your work to kid day?
Strike that, reverse it. You know what I meant. Do you want to get some breakfast?
I do. Do they have prime rib?
I don't know if they're serving
Kevin got me over here dreaming
that's
about
what you
meat.
want.
You know what?
Oh.
I'll see if IHOP's serving prime rib.
Keto Kev will get in on that.
I would, yeah.
Prime rib is keto.
Yeah, I know. I would do. I'd be all about that.
That sounds good.
Okay, would you rather hear the good news or the bad news first?
Bad news always first.
Really? Okay.
And on the good note.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Let me hear the bad stuff first, because that's the stuff that I got to stress about.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get all happy, and then you're gonna ruin it with some sadness.
But did you even focus on the good news because the bad news has got you rocked?
Yeah.
Give me the bad first.
Bad first.
Bad first.
Bad first.
Definitely
Yeah.
bad first.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. We got everybody here sounding off. Not a situation I can relate to, but I guess you do kind of see it and hear it. Prince Harry is probably the best example of this. There are a lot of people that are born into very wealthy families, and there's a lot of things that are awesome about that. But there might be some people born into these really rich families that have to live their life according to how their parents or maybe grandparents say. There is a code of family conduct, and they maybe sometimes feel like their life is not their own. Sure, it's awesome having boats and houses and all that kind of stuff, but then at the end of it, they're like, at the end of my life, what am I going to be? I'm just going to be another placeholder for this name.
What did I do?
Right. Maybe some families are like that. They don't let you carve out your own life. Here's another kind of situation. I have kind of chopped this down so that this person will remain anonymous. They come from a family that is here in South Florida that I think a lot of you probably know. In fact, a lot of you probably have the product that they make in your house.
What
so
is it?
I'll try to remove the context clues here.
No, that's all I'm thinking about
Now
now.
I
I'm
need to know
going
what
through
the
my
product
house.
is.
I'm going,
What do I have?
I'll let you know in a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so the email says, I've grown up as a privileged child here in South Florida. I am well aware of my advantages. But what many people don't understand is how when you're a child in a wealthy family, your life is not often your own. I wound up getting pregnant at a young age, and now I am raising a 5-year-old by myself. My grandmother is the one who basically runs our family, and she's not happy with the decisions that I'm making. She has comments about my daughter's diet, her appearance, my discipline. It doesn't end. She actually pushed really hard for me to have an abortion because I got impregnated by a man who did not meet family standards.
Oh, no.
She was right about the man, though, because he's gone, but she was wrong about my daughter. She is adorable and is my whole world. I have a career and I could have a modest place and put my daughter through public education, but this is not up to family standards. So for 5 years, I've been letting Grandma call the shots, and I'm thinking of finally breaking free. I brought this up to my parents, and they say that I need to do what is right for me, but they say that it will mean that I don't get any of the family's money. Of course, Grandma has contingencies all throughout her will. Plus, she's not even 70 yet, so she's going to be around for a while.
She's a young grandma.
Yeah. I'm scared because I have never had to worry about financial pressures, so what is better, being free to make your own decisions, but stressed about money, or financially solid, but always being pressured to live by somebody else's standards for your life?
It's freedom. Freedom's always the best choice.
But you also have to have a plan in place to make your own money. You don't break free before you have a plan in place. You got to get your stuff together, get your house in order. How are you going to support your daughter? Where are you going to work?
Well, I think what it is I think that she does have that. She's saying that, look, I have a career and I could have a modest place and I could put my daughter through public education.
Look, I mean, that's the way life works. Nobody has it all. If you want freedom and make your own decisions in life, you can't be suckling off of the grandma's teat for all. It just doesn't work that way. You want complete freedom in your life, you ask for no help from your grandmother.
And here's the great thing about America. You have endless opportunity to make more money. You need to get a plan together so that you and your daughter can move up in your career, in your life, and go from a modest place to maybe a nice place. You have to have dreams and goals.
I guess I'm kind of confused because if she's got her own career, she's saying that she's
it's
afraid.
Modest,
she's
though.
afraid to go from a great house to a less great house.
No, she would go to living like anybody else. And right now, this is a tough time. I mean, I just saw today that Florida is now officially the most expensive state to live in America.
Wow.
And there are a lot of people that have been here for 30 years or maybe their entire life who are now considering, hey, you know what? I just may not be able to afford Florida anymore. And
because my rent is going to go up so much.
Rents are going up. And I tell you, from everything I hear, there is a big move right now. They're radically transforming West Palm Beach to be Palm Beach West, and it is going to become a very expensive town.
When you're living under someone else's rules as an adult, that ain't living. She's not, if she's going to be dictated what the grandma's going to say and do, that's not freedom to me. But hey, look, to each their own.
I think with everything, there's the own give and takes. And all I can go on here is what she had talked about, that she doesn't like that grandma does it. It sounds like grandma always has an opinion about things, but the ultimate thing, she always does still get her way. Grandma's like, you need to get rid of this baby. She still has the baby. Grandma doesn't like how I discipline. Well, you still discipline her your way. She doesn't like her diet, but you still feed your kid what you want. She doesn't like her appearance, but you still dress your child how you want. You just have somebody snapping at you all the time. So I guess that is the question. What is greater stress? You to get that out of your ear and have your own independence, and now you're stressed about money and all these kind of things and making ends meet. And, what does that mean for the family? I assume you'll still be around at family gatherings. You just won't have any handouts that'll be coming to you if you make this choice.
But if you say you have your own career and you have opportunity, go to your bosses. Go within your field and try to figure out how you can do more, make more, and then maybe you don't have to be in a modest place forever. Have dreams.
On this side of the table, we always choose freedom.
Okay. Freedom is it. I'm just kind of curious if anybody has ever gone through this, because there's so much wealth and so many wealthy families in South Florida. And typically it seems like the kids are just ecstatic to be a part of it. But obviously Prince Harry is one of those rich kids that said, you know what, I don't want somebody always telling me what to do with my life. And, look, he's got a lot of privilege and he still has some privileges that, he didn't walk away from everything.
Massive earning potential on his own.
Absolutely.
That has nothing to do with the queen.
You're right. So he has different circumstances in this. It sounds like she would be going, from one of the nicest neighborhoods to, make sure you lock the doors, kids.
Now it's time to pull up your bootstraps and figure it out. You can grow in your career if you have the drive.
Welcome to real life like everyone else has to. You have to go out there and work and, maybe live in a modest house, as some people have to do at times.
Yeah, so that's her choice, though. She doesn't have to do that. She could stay and hear grandma's complaints about how she's raising her kid the rest of her life. Or she could go out and do it her own way. And who knows, though? Maybe if Grandma's still around, she'd still hear the complaints. I don't know. Wouldn't that be terrible to be poor and you still hear Grandma bitching? Oh, my gosh. All right, so we're trying to help out this person that is from a well-to-do family. And, hey, look, having the money is awesome. But along with the money comes a lot of stipulations from Grandma on how to live your life. And they kind of hit a breaking point because Grandma has a lot of thoughts about their 5-year-old daughter that they're raising alone. And she's like, you know what, maybe I just need to go. She got her own, career. She has a good, modest job. She could do it. She would struggle, and she would definitely live in a different part of South Florida.
I mean, if she's able just to accept the fact that Grandma's going to always be squawking at her no matter what happens, and if you're able to not care, take the money. But if you're able, if it's bothering you and you can't get past all that, you gotta break free. But if you can suck it up, take the money.
During the song, Kevin told me what family it is, and wow, that's juicy.
Yeah, we can't.
We can't say it on the radio.
We cannot, no.
And I heard it, and I want to say it so bad.
I know. I had to carve away a lot of details.
Everybody's got it in their house.
Okay.
That's it. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
I want to rhyme the name, but I won't do it.
Can't sing their jingles or anything.
So juicy.
Yeah, well, it is fascinating. I always love hearing the stories when we get the emails from the wealthiest of families, because it's like a TV show or a movie or something like that. And this is how it does work, that oftentimes you have somebody that controls the purse strings, but then they control what everybody in the family does. And yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, go take the Rolls Royce and do this, but you're going to do this and this, and you're really kind of maybe their errand child, and they'll say, you're going to go to this college, you're going to have this kind of job, you're going to do this, you're going to marry this person.
I would hate that. I couldn't do that. I would much rather have freedom than the money on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and that's what some of them are faced with. So it is great. And, I guess, hey, there's a lot of extraneous details here. And this might have been somebody that Grandma piped off at them, and they're like, I've had it. And they fire off an email to us. And, that's why I would say, were you emotional in the moment?
Don't make an emotional decision when it comes to this much money, because this family's money is next level.
People are trying to guess the names.
We can't say it.
I get in so much trouble. I just wouldn't do it to this person.
No, I would never want beef with this person.
There's a lot of wrong guesses.
Okay.
It's so juicy. Oh, my gosh, Kevin, I love when you bring me juice like this.
Well, this is kind of an interesting comment, too, because somebody said, look, not stressing about money is a sort of freedom. And that's where I wanted just this perspective from people who might be completely on the other side to say, hey, you want that freedom, you're going to jump over here. But let me tell you that, the burden of your grandma, your rich grandma in your ear constantly trying to tell you how to live your life may not be a bigger burden than the stress of, oh my gosh, my kid, my this, my that,
But also, two things. Be self-aware, know your own personal skill set, and know if you can get out there in the world and hustle. And if you can, always bet on yourself. If you know you can go out there and hustle, and you know you have a great skill set, and you have a chance to have a career that's awesome, always bet on yourself, baby.
And the other interesting thing that somebody said, they said, hey, if you do go it alone, I have a feeling that grandmother will actually respect you if you go and make your own money. Because grandma at the same time, too, probably is slightly annoyed with all the people like, hand out, grandma. Grandma, I want this, I want that. And
look at me, grandma. I can hustle, and I can figure things out and make my own money. Maybe she would be proud.
Am I the only one that thinks grandma's name's Miffy or something old and rich.
Miffy sounds very old and rich.
Scott, from the perspective, he is recommending this person stay with grandma's money. I made the dumb mistake of breaking away.
Damn.
So where you live at now, Scott? Are you
under a bridge?
Are you?
I'm calling you from my cardboard box.
How good of a life were you living, Scott?
Yeah.
How rich was it?
What's your family about, Scott? Give us your dirt.
Yeah, and somebody else saying, look, both my grandmas always have something to say, and they aren't rich.
No kidding.
I think that's just the way a lot of grandmas are. They don't
Poor
realize.
grandmas have opinions too.
Right.
Well, if you're able to just suck it up and take it, I'd say keep the money and just go, all right, grandma's going to tell me what to do again. Oh, well.
Yes, grandma.
Yeah.
Yes, grandma. And then go do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards stay with the money and try to figure out how to manage grandma. And maybe there's other things you can do to get grandma's respect and maybe she'll lay off of you. When we asked the KVJ TV chat room, 57% are saying put up with grandma for the money. 43% say break free and live poor.
Dang, man. Y'all don't like that freedom?
It's so easy to say because nobody has been in her shoes.
Yeah.
And until you've walked the walk, you can't really tell her what to do. Only she will know what's right. And then she might still make the wrong decision.
That's true.
Yeah. People want to know, so she's single, this woman.
She's a single mom.
Single
so you
mom.
got to take her and her baby. But
And grandma, too.
Yeah, and grandma didn't approve of the last guy. So apparently grandma has standards.
The last guy didn't stick around, so grandma was right about him.
But keep in mind, too, someone's got a good point. It's not like you can just take the money and do what you want. If you're taking grandma's money, she thinks she's entitled to tell you what to do. And you probably have to do things you don't want to do. So it really
That's
is
exactly it.
money versus freedom.
That's exactly it. Yeah. No, I think that's kind of where it is. So
If you're going to leave this family, can me and Kevin and Jason get in?
I don't want this family annoys. I want you want that rich posh life. Ain't nothing but a hill full of problems.
I will
Virginia.
let grandma dictate all day. Let's
Grandma,
go.
what should I wear?
You dress me, you do whatever you want. I will be your puppet,
Grandma, I'm hungry. What am I eating right now? Okay.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
Oh, there's drama everywhere. Here we got it from social media in a post where Gabby is going off. She was having an epic party, but apparently somebody stole something from Gabby's party.
Damn.
It happens when you have parties, man.
I know, it just sucks because then you got to sit there and think, okay, which one of my friends or which one of the scragglers that showed up with somebody got old sticky fingered in my living room?
I tell you what, man, even if you're throwing your own party, Virginia's got such an attitude when it comes to people who are just showing up. If you're invited to the party and you bring somebody and you don't tell that you're bringing that person, she's got the worst attitude about it. Like,
You are a guest. You don't get to bring a guest.
who are these scragglers? Quack, 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 quack.
You better run that list by me if they're coming in my crib.
She gets so bent.
I do.
Well, what was stolen is really what has got Gabby turned, and I don't blame her because somebody stole Grandma's ashes.
Oh, damn.
That ain't cool.
This is the ultimate insult.
Yes, it is. So I will play the role of Gabby. We will have Virginia playing the role of Evelyn Bird. You can be Paul, and Dennys, you'll be Mark here in this digital thread. Here's what Gabby had to say. So I'm done having epic parties at my house. If I find out who stole my grandma's urn, I'm going to have you get your ass kicked. You're messing with the dead, and it's not effing right.
WTF, someone stole your grandma's ashes? That is totally sick. Are you sure you didn't misplace them? You were pretty tore up last night.
No, Mark, I didn't misplace my dead grandma. What the hell kind of question is that?
Sorry, just trying to help. Call the police and make a report.
You had so many people at your house who didn't know last night, Gabby. Who were most of these oddballs? It almost looked like a high school party.
Yeah, there was a group of fat chicks who kept going in your refrigerator and making food. I'd never met them before. They were extremely rude. I bet those girls took the urn.
What about the strange dude who came in asking for oxy? He looks like the kind of guy who'd steal someone's dead ashes. I've never seen him before either. He was a complete douche knuckle.
All I know is that we were celebrating my birthday on the Ave, and I can't remember anything. All I know is my grandma's ashes are missing.
Well, I wouldn't call the police until you clean up your house a little bit. Gabby, text me right away, please.
What does that mean?
All right, looking at the timestamp, a couple hours have passed when Gabby returns to the thread. Update on my grandma's ashes. I found them, and they're okay, I guess. Somebody put them in my garage refrigerator freezer as a joke. That's a different refrigerator than the one with the random fat chicks we're using. I will find out who did this, and when I do, Fat Bees, it's game over.
Does an urn ashes hold up well in a freezer?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever. They'd
Harmless
probably do
Frank.
better.
What do? You put them next to the batteries?
It's still not cool, though.
No.
To put ashes in a freezer.
Don't put them next to any kind of exposed chicken.
I mean, you should be moving
Ooh.
ashes anyway.
And the chicken's going to taste like grandma.
Yeah, I think I probably would uninvite myself to dinner if I found out that the frozen dinner came out of Grandpa's ashes.
Although it could have been worse. They could have put the ashes somewhere worse. You're right.
They could have. Or they could have taken them all together.
Here's another thread. This is Brenda ranting about how her creepy neighbor keeps going in her trash to take stuff, and then she finds him doing something that is a little alarming to all of her female friends. We'll have Virginia playing the role of Brenda here. I'll be Candace. Jaybird, you can be Lindsay, and Dennys, you'll be Raymond.
Okay, here comes Brenda. My next door neighbor always goes through my trash and takes stuff out of it. I don't know why, but it really bothers me. I think he's super rude and creepy. Should I say something to him? He's a weirdo who lives alone.
Oh, you definitely need to say something. Maybe even call the cops. That is super creepy. He could be a predator. Be careful, girl.
Send me his license plate number via text. I'll have my friend run his plates. Is this creep some kind of predator? We'll definitely find out. We'll know if he had priors. I'm so sorry you're going through this, honey.
Thank you, Lindsay. I threw out a broken chair last week, and he took it immediately. Who would do that? Why would he want that? Something about his eyes. It gives me the willies.
Damn, you women are so cold. You're already convicting this guy, and he hasn't even done anything wrong. He's probably just refurbishing that chair he found in your trash. Dumpster diving isn't illegal. Y'all sound like a bunch of Amber Heards.
Why are you defending some random douche you don't know, Raymond? He makes Brenda feel uncomfortable and triggered. That's all you need to know. Stop being a toxic male, Raymond. Shut up and listen to women for a change.
Yeah, listen.
So your advice to me, Candace, is to shut up and listen just because I'm a man? The guy took an old chair from the trash. He didn't assault her. Paranoid much?
Send me this predator's number so I can run his plates. And while you're at it, send me Raymond's info, too.
You know it.
This guy sounds like he's got some secrets as well. Am I right, girls? Anyone defending a random man stealing a woman's trash is actually trash themselves.
Thank you, Lindsay. It's better to be safe than sorry. I just sent it to you. These creepy men need to stay out of my trash. Stay out of my yard. Stay out of my life. Thank you for having my back, Lindsay.
Yeah, you got it, girl.
All right, there you go. Some good stuff.
Virginia took it in a New Jersey way.
Yeah, she
She
did.
took it Jersey style.
Joyzy.
She likes going Joyzy.
She took it
Well, you love Joyzy.
I do not love Joyzy.
Appreciate all the entertainment you send us. Do screenshots and then email it to mail@kvjshow.com so we can bring it to life here on the KVJ Show.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. Ha 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 ha. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Denny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
I know I am. Today is a clean comedy day. So here we go. We'll see. Not promising this is going to be clean, But, maybe a few here. Maybe a few.
Oh, Denny,
Pretty clean. I keep it clean.
He's kind of been morphing into that Jeff Foxworthy territory as he's gotten older. Clean comedy.
Really? Okay.
Broader.
Okay.
true.
More gigs.
All right. Okay.
Where's Jeff Foxworthy today? No gigs?
It's not true. All right, Denny's, we will judge your comedy. What you got for us today?
First joke. How far was the baker from town?
How far was the baker from town? I don't know how far.
Just a scone's throw away.
A scone's throw.
I love scone comedy.
Scone's throw.
Scone
Nice
comedy.
and clean.
Yes, that is clean. That's good clean comedy.
Second joke. Where did mice get alcohol during Prohibition?
Where did mice get alcohol? I know where they get it.
The squeakeasy?
Squeaky. See, all right. Cute. Mouse joke. All right.
Clean humor for
Yeah,
you
it
guys.
is. Again, it's clean humor. And again, you're proving clean humor doesn't work.
I'm a dirty humor
Just
guy.
kidding.
Yeah, you can't.
Just kidding.
Getting heckled from
That's
Ralston.
terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, strike that. All right, joke 3.
What did the bread roll put in his marriage vows?
Well, I don't know. What did the bread roll put in his marriage vows?
For better or for worse?
Oh, we love butter.
And we love bread comedy.
Fourth joke. Why did Boba Fett install Flash Player on Darth Vader's laptop?
I don't know. Why did he?
Because he was running JavaScript.
Okay.
Clean
Bird,
comedy.
Bird loves Star Wars dorky humor.
I do.
Yeah.
All right, and final joke. What did the ghost do to get beads at Mardi Gras?
I don't know. What did the ghosts do to get beads at Mardi Gras?
They flashed their entities.
Oh! That was going to be a booby kind of thing. But I like
Clean
that.
comedy.
Yeah, clean comedy.
Smart.
That's how it's done.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, Elon Musk bought Twitter and was very active on Twitter yesterday. Did you see where he was saying that for Twitter to get public trust, they have to be politically neutral, which effectively means upsetting the right as far as upsetting the left. It upset them both equally.
Yeah.
I could not agree more.
Yeah.
Of course. I saw an interview with the people that were running Twitter that kind of make the decisions. And they were trying to say in the interview that they were not biased at all.
Whatever.
And as you hear them talking, I go, you're kind of contradicting what you sound. You sound like you are blocking what you guys don't like and letting what you do like in.
There's many people that I know on the right, just hearing them complain, that they believe for a while that there have been things that have squeezed out their thoughts and squeezed out things that they would like to talk about. And there are many little ways you can tweak the levers behind the scenes
Big
to control
time.
the puppet show. And, I guess that's going to be it. And he is right. You should have people equally angry on either side. That's how you know you've gotten Twitter where it needs to be.
That is true. They went to ASAP Rocky.
Oh, wait, hold on real quick. You got to talk about his...
sorry. And
he had another great tweet because he had the one that was serious, but then Elon Musk, he is crushing it on Twitter.
That's right.
He put out a tweet. It says, "Next, I'm buying Coca-Cola just to put the cocaine back in."
Did he really write
Yeah. That was one of his real legit tweets yesterday.
That's funny.
That's very funny.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that's pretty good.
Sorry, I almost forgot the best part.
Yeah.
So they went to ASAP Rocky's house. He was surprised when he got stopped by the LAPD coming back in from Barbados with Rihanna. They're saying that the cops raided his house yesterday. And that search turned up multiple guns, and they brought out boxes and boxes of stuff, and they're now going to run ballistic tests on those weapons to figure out if ASAP Rocky was the trigger man that shot this guy. This guy claims that ASAP Rocky shot him. So now the cops have a bunch of guns that came out of ASAP's house. So we will find out for sure if he is behind that or not. And Rob Kardashian took the stand. I don't know if you saw that yesterday in the Black China trial.
I missed it somehow.
He did talk about how he was physically assaulted by Black China and how she had held a gun to his head several times. So I don't know if she's going to win her case. against the whole family. It's hard to look like you're the rational one in the relationship when you hold a gun to his head several times.
Well, this really doesn't sound good. I don't know all the facts of the case, but
and that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm loving it. There's an account on TikTok that is just kind of like carving up the most entertaining moments of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial because there's a lot of really just amazing moments you don't want to miss.
I never knew court was like that, man. I thought it was a lot more official.
Wow. I mean, just with Johnny Depp's little quips and, watching his expressions and Amber Heard's goofy attorneys that, I mean,
they're both good. All of them are goofy.
That clip yesterday where he objected to his own question was unbelievable. I've never heard anything like that ever in a court of law.
He's nervous.
Oh my gosh, that was unreal.
This is obviously way past his skill level.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you saw the one clip where the one lawyer asked the psychologist that was on Johnny Depp's side to
hot one that you think is a delicious piece of.
I never said.
You did.
I never said she was a delicious piece of. I never said it. I said she was a good-looking woman.
That's your toxic masculinity showing through there, Jake.
Yeah, I know.
I think you said you wanted to sop her up with a biscuit.
Hashtag cancel Jaybird. Let me get that trending real quick.
Okay. Sometimes I think it's the best move to get canceled.
Right.
He wants to be canceled.
I kind of want to go live out in the woods at times. Yeah. Canceling would not be the worst thing to happen to me. So bring it on, bitches.
Thank you. And I'm out.
I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah. Never mind. It wasn't that good.
Okay. But anyway, there's a lot of entertainment that is going on here in this courtroom. And here is one clip where a witness cracks up Johnny Depp in the courtroom.
You don't recall seeing Amber Heard on May 24th, correct?
I don't remember. I don't even remember what I got for breakfast.
Okay.
That's the dude that was chain vaping the whole time while he's on the stand, but he's in a car.
Wow.
It's a Zoom thing.
Why didn't he come inside?
Wow.
Dude, this is a loose court.
Yeah, it's unreal. It's unreal. And I think it deserves a second play here. But if you missed it yesterday on the viral audio, this is Amber Heard's own attorney objecting to his own question.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question. Next question.
Okay, he said he sustained an injury to his finger.
Yes.
The judge couldn't even believe it. Dude, you
asked the question.
Objection, hearsay. What?
You can't object to your own question.
I'm never into celebrity stuff. I hate this stuff, but I find myself watching some of these clips because it's so ridiculous.
It's good stuff.
It looks, if this were like a Netflix, you'd be like, this is so corny and spoofy. Like, it's unbelievable. And that's what you're watching. This is real life.
If this was scripted, I go, they're going too far. This would never happen in a courtroom.
Yeah, you'd be like, I can't even, it's just, yeah. You're right.
The guy was vaping, man. I don't think that was allowed.
The guy objected to his own question. I think that would never happen. Yes, it does happen in this trial. It's amazing stuff.
I mean, Depp's got groupies in the back there laughing.
It's
the whole
unreal.
Time. There's no audience.
Never seen anything
shut
like
up.
it.
The judge didn't say any of that.
In fact, I wonder where you would rank this on the greatest trials of all time. Now, I was glued into the OJ trial.
Yeah.
That probably would be the number one. But I mean, of all the great trials that we've had, this has got to be up there.
Buster in our chat room nails it. This entire case is like a poorly written comedy.
It is a poorly written comedy. That's it. Because you would turn it off if you're watching it because you're like, gosh, like put some effort into it.
Johnny Depp's gonna get his career back, y'all.
Well, I'll tell you what it shows, Kevin. It shows he's still got staying power no matter what's going on. If you're reading the comments, there's a lot of people that are supporting Johnny Depp in something I've never seen where a celebrity, while they're in trial, because we don't know the answer how this is all going to go down.
He is so charming.
All of her audio is sinking her own case.
Yes.
She's shooting herself in the foot with all, because I think I don't know, y'all. It ain't looking good for Amber Heard.
Well, she's got multiple personality disorder. After you say that, nothing else can be taken seriously that she says. She's a whack job. The psychologist told us that.
They took took 3 minutes to read tabloid headlines about Johnny Depp as if that was an eyewitness account or something.
Yeah.
Tabloid.
What? Yeah.
He's like, I believe that's what you call a hearsay.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. And I'm no huge Johnny Depp fan either. I mean, he's all right.
Best trial ever.
Yeah, it might be the new number one. Well, Justin Bieber confirmed his new single, Honest, is going to be released tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have some brand new Justin Bieber for you to listen to on tomorrow's KVJ show. And to promote it, he had his wife fake a stroke. So everybody's talking about him today.
She faked a blood clot. That's tricky.
It's real. I know.
She underwent heart surgery just to promote the new record.
I mean, nobody's done it, Virginia.
I wouldn't put it past
an
an
artist.
artist.
No, it's a joke. It's a terrible joke. It's not true.
I love
There's
it.
no way.
They do that stuff in wrestling. Ric Flair once faked a heart attack.
No, he did not.
And yes, he did. In
Oh,
the
my
wrestling.
gosh.
Oh, I just watched it last night, Kevin. I can send you the link.
We're not to the point where we're not faking strokes for song promotions, are we?
It's just like wrestling.
Good Lord, if we are. Come on, stop this. Okay, we all do dumb things. Sometimes we're little kids. Other times we are drunk adults. Just send us your dumb stories. We love to hear them on the Mic Drop feature. It's on the WRMF app. And make sure you leave a little space. So tell us the dumb thing you did, a little bit of a space, and then let us know, were you a little kid or a drunk adult when you did it? Here is the dumb thing that Sarah did. What'd you do, Sarah?
So I threw a cake across the room, and it took out my best friend's mom.
So I threw a cake across the room, and it took out my best friend's mom. Threw a cake across the room, took out my best friend's mom. That sounds like there was power and strength behind that a drunk adult would have, not a little kid. I'm going drunk adult on
Me
this.
too. I agree for all the same reasons.
Drunk adult.
Okay. Sarah, what were you?
I was a drunk adult.
Yes.
You know, it was at my wedding shower, and I was absolutely hammered, which was mistake number one. But then, you know, I was sent to go start cutting the cake, and it was chocolate, and I hate chocolate. So I was so pissed, and not thinking, I just immediately took the cake and I launched it across the room, and it smashed all over my best friend's mom's face, which was not one of my better moments.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, I mean, you hate that kind of cake, though, right? I mean, you know.
I don't like chocolate cake either.
Really?
I don't.
You don't like chocolate cake at all?
Nope.
You would say a borderline hate.
The only chocolate cake I like is flourless chocolate cake because it's so like fudge. I love that. But
Imagine that. Virginia is a snack snob.
Yeah, that's what you get.
hey, you can keep your ho-hos and your devil dogs.
It's got to be flourless.
All right, little kid or drunk adult here from Anthony. Anthony, what is the dumb thing you did?
I took a deuce on my neighbor's front porch.
Whoa. You know, actually, Anthony sounds drunk now. I don't know. Did he just do this?
I like his style.
Sounds like Virginia doing your Jersey accent.
I think he just crapped on his neighbor's porch and then called us.
Yeah.
This is going to be a drunk adult for me.
Yeah, I want it to be drunk adult.
Hammered adult.
Okay, everybody's going drunk adult on this. Anthony, what were you?
I was a little kid. Our neighbors growing up about everything. I mean, from music playing too loud, saying that they could hear it, to our dogs barking in the middle of the day. So one day, our like neighborhood crew was playing football in the street, and we had been playing music, and the cops showed up because they called them and like lied and said that we were throwing the ball at their house. We weren't. But my parents shut it all down. They didn't believe me, nothing. Later that night, when it got dark, I went out and on their porch. My mom asked me when I got home from school if I knew anything about it, and I said no. But apparently one of them stepped in it, so mission accomplished.
Oh, my gosh. Virginia, you get a feeling that happened in Massapequa or somewhere around there?
Long Island.
Yeah, Long Island.
Long Island.
Yeah, kind of got that feel to it, right?
Yeah, it feels like Montauk.
Yeah, that's what we do around here, yeah. Okay. Wow. All right, well, we whiffed on that one, but it was still an entertaining story. We got one here from Donna, a dumb thing she did. What did you do, Donna?
I passed out in my hot soup and burned my face.
Passed out in my hot suit, burned my face.
Man, it's hot. That's some hot soup right there.
I am getting the vibes of a little kid on this, a really tired little kid.
Yeah, me too.
The soup was hotter. The parents didn't realize it. That's my thought. Jay Bird?
Definitely drunk adult.
Drunk adult for Bird. Okay. What were you, Donna?
I was a little kid.
Yes.
I had strep throat, and my temperature was something like 104. I guess my mom believed that whole feed a fever thing, and she just wouldn't let me go to sleep, and I was exhausted, and I just, as soon as she set this bowl of hot soup in front of me, I just passed out, and my face fell in it. And I'll tell you what, it woke me up pretty fast. And no permanent damage, but I was a little kid.
Okay.
Has everyone here fallen asleep in food before, like in a bowl of something?
No, I have not. Have you, I assume?
Neither have I.
Oh, he has.
There was a story my trainer told me one time about this guy. He was a big meathead, weightlifter. And so what you want to do is it's about tearing down your body and then recovering. So a lot of these guys, they lift really hard, then they eat, then they go sleep. And that's what this guy did. So he lifted really hard. And then he did this thing called GHB that some of these weightlifters will do that puts you into a crazy deep sleep so you get the muscle recovery.
Maximum muscle recovery.
Guy goes to KFC. He gets extra mashed potatoes because he needs to carb load. And he takes the GHB too soon, passes out into his mashed potatoes, almost died.
Whoa.
Like they had to bring him back because he started sucking the mashed potatoes up through his nose.
Drowning in mashed potatoes.
And they're over there looking like going, is that guy sleeping in his mashed potatoes?
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
There are worse ways to go.
Oh, dog, I don't know, man.
At least if he would have went, he didn't know it.
And in my experience, if you eat enough of mashed potatoes, you will get sleepy and pass out eventually.
Yeah, you're right.
Just keep
You're
powered
right.
through in that thing.
That's it. Okay, we got some entertaining confessions here today. We have all done some terrible things. Trust me, I have got a laundry list of many things I am ashamed to admit. But here's the beautiful thing. You can kind of admit it without attaching your name to it. And then it's kind of like you've confessed, you've let go of it, you've moved on, and maybe you've entertained us in the process. I am getting this same confession a lot that I'm starting to wonder how many teachers are doing this. Is this the same teacher that sent this in? Because I swear I've read this before. But this confession here says, I'm a teacher, and if I feel a fart coming on, I will go to the most annoying kid in the room and I will stand right next to them. I will fart quietly and then walk away. I don't know if that's the same person sending the same one in. I've read that twice. Or if we have multiple teachers that are doing this passive-aggressive war with the children they don't like by farting in their face and acting nonchalant about it.
Do you think in the history of your educational career, there was at least one teacher that farted on a Kevin Ralston because you were being difficult?
I would have been the kid you farted on.
Yeah.
I was so annoying.
It's tricky, though. I mean, for that teacher to say, I walk over there and I fart silently, a lot of times you hope it's going to be silent, but how do you ever really know until the fart is finished if it's going to be loud or quiet?
I would tell you honestly, Virginia, I have trained my behind.
You have bung privilege.
I have amazing butt control.
Not
And
everybody has that, Kevin.
I will tell you, 9 times out of 10, if I want to muffle and mute my fart, I can do it. It's only a rare instance where it surprises me.
Kevin, Kevin doesn't realize it, but
you're right.
Kevin, your butt privilege is showing.
It's
showing right now.
And your butt's about to get canceled because you're a little too cocky over there.
I am a little cocky about it.
Bring it down a notch.
So it's weird because I agree with both of you from a certain point of view. I agree because some people have good butt control. I'm one of those people, Kevin. Now, let me introduce you to the witch. I get why she's concerned. She doesn't have the kind of BH you have.
It just flies right out.
Yeah, it's not. It's a little bit more. It's unruly.
It's not flying out like an airsoft gun, but
you have less control.
I couldn't tell you before they arrive if they're going to be loud or whisper.
And Kevin is saying that he can, and I see both because I know you both very well.
I'm very confident in that.
The best ones are the ones that go. You ever have those?
Oh,
they go,
man. Yeah. And then the kid's just like, what is that smell? What is going on? And then you're just giggling on the other side of the room.
You're like a fog machine at a party.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's the same teacher, if I've read that multiple times, or many teachers are doing this to their annoying students.
Yeah, but if you had to guess a percentage, is this 20% of teachers that do this?
I would love to know.
You got to do what you got to do to get through the workday. And these teachers, look, they put up with a lot from our children.
They do. Yeah,
I get it.
Well, just on numbers alone, 1 out of 10 have to do this. One at least.
I would like to know.
That's probably a low number.
You're right.
Another one of those stats I would love to know. Here's another confession somebody's texted into us, 877-979-WRMF. It says, I told my manager I'm an alcoholic. I'm not, but I wanted to stop being invited to the office happy hours with my seriously boring coworkers, and it worked.
Oh, yeah. They will not have you go to the bar for meetings.
That is amazing.
I mean, it's a bulletproof excuse.
I guess it really is, because you can't invite me. Hey, Bob,
I've got a problem.
I'm triggered.
Don't invite Bob. He's an alcoholic.
And all you have to say, like, do not invite Bob. No. I'm trying to get my swerve on tonight, get my buzz on.
Bob's a wet blanket.
Yeah, Bob's going to really throw salt in my game.
Love this confession. This is an eye-opener. It says, I got a job as a copywriter to create fake online reviews. They had thousands of employees and worked for many well-known brands. Don't trust anything online.
This is something
what
that...
the heck, man?
It happens all the time. It's kind of like all these artists that you think they have 50 million Twitter followers. Now, of course, they got a lot, but they're buying some of this stuff. They're buying comments.
We've been suspicious of this.
They're buying reviews.
This is just proof that you can't trust those Yelp reviews.
Never. I don't trust Yelp reviews. All it takes is for someone not to like the owner.
Yeah.
The food could be great. They just have a grudge.
You're right.
Listen to this. It says, in this text confession, when visiting a customer's home for the first time, I'll often hand them a $5 bill as they answer the door and claim it must belong to them because I found it right outside their door. The instant trust this creates makes it a lot easier to overcharge them later on.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, hey, I found this $5 bill. Is that yours? It's got to be yours. And
That's
then
pretty diabolical.
They're like, how honest was he? He gave us that $5. He could have pocketed that.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Because, I mean,
because I would fall for that.
How many other people, will do something small to earn your trust and then break it later and you're not aware of it because you think they're an honest person?
I know. You wonder who's all lying to you. You know what I mean?
All these confessions are just like... blowing my mind today.
I think that after a lot of transactions.
But what if you found out that 50% of the people you're talking to in your personal life are lying? You'd be devastated. You'd be rocked.
It would be tough, but I think it's very, very possible. Because even like just this past week, I bought a few things, and as I was leaving, I'm like, yep, I definitely overpaid. And I know it.
Yeah.
But that's what they said the price is, and they've got you by the short and curlies.
If it's a drug dealer, you can't really negotiate.
I'm not
sure what you were going for.
It was on the up and up.
It's hard to negotiate with a drug dealer. I've seen it happen. It doesn't ever go well.
This text confession says, when I was 20, I came home from college and got drunk with a bunch of friends. I was so hammered, I wound up peeing in the corner of my room. Then in the morning, my mom comes in, sees it, smells it, and goes crazy. Well, as she left for cleaning supplies, I quickly went and I peed in her bedroom too and then blamed the dog.
It's so much work.
It's a lot. You're almost living a double life, man.
Oh, that's terrible. The dog was never allowed upstairs again.
The dog's like, what did I do?
The dog is, honestly, if these pets could talk, unreal. Somebody confessing here, they said, growing up, we weren't very well off as a family, and not until I was an adult did I realize that my parents never intended to get us a pet when we visited Peggy Adams Animal Rescue. It was just a poor man's version of the zoo.
Dang.
Hey, let's go visit the dogs. Which one do you want? Oh, maybe not today. They were just using it for the kids to go get entertained.
That is shady.
You're on a budget.
You're right.
Look, my dad took us to some low-budget places as a kid because, he had all these kids he had to take care of.
But you told the kids that they were getting a puppy?
Well, that's not cool. That part's not cool. But we would just go to a pet store just to walk around, just to look at the animals.
It's a poor man's zoo.
It's the poor man's zoo. You wouldn't leave with no animal, but you'd walk around. Oh, cool. Let's go to the fish section.
Oh, man. This confession says, I put the radio on before I leave for work so the dog isn't sitting alone in silence, and then I listen to the KVJ show while I drive to work, so we're listening to the same thing.
Aww.
It just makes me feel like we're together at home for a little bit longer.
You're connected.
Aww.
It's adorable.
That is very adorable.
Dogs
Very
love
nice.
this show, too.
We have good dog numbers.
Good
we
dog
could probably
numbers.
get a little work on the cat numbers.
Cat numbers
they're
are
low.
down.
They're down.
We talk a lot of S-bomb about cats, and I'm standing by the S-bomb. Cats are terrible.
I don't know. Remember we had that cat that was watching the show? We had the video of it
That
yesterday.
cat was
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, I'm not saying cats don't listen.
Okay.
They're just low.
Okay, just low. All right, well, thank you for all those interesting confessions. Do appreciate that. You can always text them in to us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
I don't know what it is. Seems like every other month we get another new invasive species here in South Florida. And gotta say, we got another one they just found. This one's a little bit more interesting than some of the others, though. They say that now they're discovering South American penis snakes.
Question, is it because the shape of the snake is shaped like a penis, or is it because this snake flashes its penis?
Oh, that's a great question. No, it looks a lot more like a penis. So, yeah, you may see, hey, there's a penis in the water. No, that's one of those penis snakes. They're actually known as rubber eels or caecilians.
Yeah, I found a snake in my yard the other day, and I'm not going to lie, it had a penile look to it. I'm not saying it's the same kind of snake,
Yeah.
but it definitely looks penile.
I think these hang out in water. They're native to Colombia and Venezuela. So, and they first discovered one in the Tamiami Canal that's not far from MIA. That was about 3 years ago. So I don't know if, somebody from Colombia or Venezuela brought it over and dropped it into a canal. And
So it seems like this happens only in modern day times. Were people not bringing animals over here in olden times? It seems like
has. Yeah,
okay, I was going to say.
It has happened, but it's, in fact, as the more we travel the globe, the more this kind of stuff happens. But it's just, you have your ecosystems and one animal could throw it off.
But that's what I wonder. Are we just doing a little bit too much now? It just seems like you always got these stories in the news.
A lot of it's from the exotic pet industry. Yeah.
I think it's modern day people, man.
It's people.
It's modern day humans.
People are single-handedly ruining Florida.
Yeah. Now, the good news about the penis snake is it's, I guess there's nothing particularly dangerous about them. They don't appear to be serious predators, so that is the good news.
Unlike penises out in the wild, because those can be very dangerous.
That's true.
But they're all not created equal, Virginia.
You're right. Like penises out in the wild, these things can go from just a couple of inches long all the way up to 5 feet.
Oh,
Lord.
Lord.
5 foot award. Well, that's just not fair, Mother Nature.
That's not fair.
Why you gotta make him so big?
But that penis snake got a movie deal.
And it's very popular.
Very few women can take that one now.
He has his own sculpture in Adult Video Warehouse. There's a man claiming to be the reincarnation of Jesus Christ who just got arrested for kissing a minor in the men's locker room at the Clearwater Crunch gym.
Oh. Okay, now I know Jesus would not do that.
Yeah.
Jesus would not be a pedophile.
Yeah, he would not be kissing boys in the men's locker room.
You ever notice that people who are saying they're Jesus, you kind of dig into their past and it's not very good? It's almost like they're trying to throw you off. Hey, look, I'm a good person. I'm Jesus.
Yeah.
Don't look at my past.
No, you're not. You tried to make out with that kid.
I mean, what the hell, man?
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry, what the heck?
Yeah. Jesus started out the conversation about love like you would think maybe the real Jesus would, and how he was a vegan. So, okay, all right, Jesus.
Is that factual?
Huh?
Is Jesus a vegan?
I don't know of many writings about his diet. Clearly, he would eat the unleavened bread. But I don't know. I don't.
I know he
remember.
liked to get his wine on.
Bread and wine. That's my kind of guy.
When he did the loaves and fishes, I don't know if he was eating or if he was just preparing that for everyone else.
And I am not trying to be cute. I would like to
imagine he was not a vegan because I imagine he at least ate fish, considering where he came from. He was right there on the lake, and all of his disciples were fishermen and all that.
I mean, I want to know what kind of snacks Jesus was into. Snacks, not meals. Snacks.
Talking about snacks, did you see what Elon Musk just tweeted? He's now going to buy Doritos and fill the bags all the way up.
Hey, stop. He's feeling himself. He's feeling himself.
He's on a roll. Yeah, he bought Twitter so he could have unlicensed comedy.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
Yeah. So anyway, just if you run into Jesus at the Crunch Gym in the locker room and he wants a kiss, don't do it. It's not really Jesus.
Yuck.
Yeah, just so you know, we'll just cut to the chase on that. There's a 17-year-old DeLand, Florida boy that got arrested after shooting a convenience store employee over a bag of chips. It's not because they weren't full enough. The victim said that the teen was angry about the price of the chips.
Yeah, something tells me there's something else going on with this teen.
Yeah, it's a little harsh over the price of chips.
The victim was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Still, though.
Yeah, still.
You're rattled.
A woman stabbed a 16-year-old employee at a Jimmy John's in North Carolina after throwing several items at the teen.
Oh, Lord.
This woman was known at the store and had been denied service before. The victim was taken to the hospital and her condition was unknown. I mean, it's not even safe to work in convenience stores, fast food restaurants anymore because people are just nuts.
She stabbed her?
Yeah.
The Jimmy John's counter is high. How did she get to her?
This girl maybe's
grit,
got
grit, heart.
Maybe she got a great vertical leap.
Tell you what, I would not call 911 for an ambulance to take me to the hospital. I would actually call Jimmy John's. They are so quick. They'll get you to the hospital.
Freaky fast.
Stat. Yeah, you're right. It's a good call. A 78-year-old Louisiana man was taken to a hospital after being attacked by a squirrel outside his home.
You know how I feel about the modern-day squirrel. They are changing.
They're not scared of you anymore. In fact, they're ready to challenge you and take your meal.
They're organizing, they are humanized, and they want blood.
This is terrifying. Listen to this. This guy's getting attacked by the squirrel. He calls the cops and says that the squirrel is eating his hand. And the cops are like, okay, we'll be right there. So they get there as fast as they can, but it's a while. When they arrive, the squirrel is still attacking the guy.
Still?
Guaranteed, if you look in that squirrel's past, that squirrel's got priors.
Oh, he probably got rabies.
I don't know. They say the squirrel was subdued and died.
But how? Oh, they gave that thing a tasing.
Oh, they shot it.
Yeah.
But also, too, what are you doing while the cop, you can't get the squirrel off of you?
If a squirrel's eating you for 20 minutes.
I don't get this.
I have some questions for you, too, man.
He was old, but you have to be disabled to let the squirrel get that much of an upper hand.
How old did you say he was?
The guy in the story was 78 years old.
Maybe he's in a wheelchair.
All right, you're right. I'm judging too harsh. But I am saying 20.
Squirrel.
Get up. Fight the squirrel.
20 minutes with
Get
the
up.
squirrel.
Kick it. I can't. I don't have use of my legs.
Well, I'm just saying 20 minutes seems like a long time.
I'm paralyzed from the neck down, Jay Bird.
You would hope those details would be in there.
The man suffered significant injuries, but is expected to make a full recovery.
I don't know if you really do fully recover from that.
No, he's going to have PTSD every time he sees a squirrel.
Physically, maybe. Emotionally, no. A 30-year-old woman in Nebraska is facing charges after she vandalized a business and brought her young children along to help. Oh, it's Take Your Kids to Work Day. She apparently also spray painted her own last name on the outside of the building for some reason, but it made it a lot easier to find her and identify her.
Oh, dummy, what are you doing?
Dum-dum.
Come on now.
Good Lord, I feel for those children. Well, listen to this. 19-year-old Faith Leanne. She is an OnlyFans model here in Florida.
Okay, let's get it. What's she got going on?
Well, the interesting story here is when she told her parents what she was doing, they got upset and they kicked her out of the house because she dropped out of college. But she said, look, I don't want to have all these student loans. And they say, sorry, you're out of here. So she moves in with her brother and now has made over $1 million.
What?
Getting tens of thousands of followers on OnlyFans. She has now more than 4.8 million fans on Instagram, including Snoop Dogg and Tyga.
Okay, you got to come look at this picture, Jay Bird. The star is her butt.
Yeah, she's creative.
Her butt is, Kevin, it's massive.
Yeah, so now listen to this. Her parents have kind of changed their tune. And she bought them an $800,000 home with her money, and now they have both retired from their jobs.
Hey, good. You know what? It all worked out. Families get into fights. They say things they don't mean.
Wait, you're making how much doing that online stuff? Oh, well, dear.
How do you ever, like, ride a go-kart or fit in the ride at the amusement park? Like, her ass is big.
You let me know when you want to get the OnlyFans going, Virginia.
She's got a tiny waist and, like, this, like, I can't even put my hands.
She's 19, Virginia.
Damn.
Say the word, Virginia. Let's make us some stars.
I don't look that good, though.
But again, we are doing the weird stuff. Not necessarily sexual.
And no one else is?
But we're going to get weird.
Okay.
It's going to get weird.
Do we have to ask our boss before we open an OnlyFans?
Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
I like the way you think.
I learned that from you.
All right, Kevin, we're starting an OnlyFans next weekend.
I get a feeling like weird pays a lot less.
We're not going to be buying our parents an $800,000 house.
Just saying. I know you got high hopes.
I'll give my dad a sleeve of cookies.
Yeah.
You get him a tent.
Yeah. I thought these stats were kind of eye-opening. Just how many people are living in a sexless marriage.
Uh-oh. This one kind of hits hard, doesn't it?
Damn.
Oh, boy, yeah. I'll tell you.
He is a stat.
Yeah, I'm your guy, right? If you want to ask any questions about it, I'm right here.
Stat Ralston.
Yeah, now, if you don't know and you're wondering, I don't know, am I in a sexless marriage? The definition is a couple that has not had sex in over a year. So if that is you, you are defined as having a sexless marriage.
So that's you.
Yeah,
because everyone's going to
absolutely.
ask, when's the last time Kevin had sex?
Yeah.
It's over. It's definitely over a year. We know that.
Yeah, I can tell you that for a fact. They say the average couple has sex 60 times a year.
60 times a year.
Yeah,
Are we talking?
that's
Is that
a little bit
married?
more-
Is that married couples? They're saying.
Yes, I believe so. And I don't know. It just says average couple, so I don't know it'd be married. I think it'd just be any couple. And, that's going to be affected by the people who are having it a lot and then the people who are not having
Sure.
it that often. But, hey, 52 weeks in a year, that's more than once per week on average. That seems like a very high number to me. And you're probably saying, gosh, that's a lot.
Every number's going to seem kind of high.
Yeah.
To you.
No, you're
Every
right.
number more than one.
Yeah, so that's what they say the average is if you want to know where you fit in this. And, you may say why. Okay, well, why would you go through a sexless marriage? Because, for some people, sex is so important, to their relationship. And if they don't have it, it's the stirrings, the validation, the closeness, the connection, all those kind of things that go with it, saying that's necessary for my relationship. So last night on the KVJ Show Facebook page, I had posted up there and I said, hey, look, I know you probably don't want to talk about it here, but you can send us an email.
And people still talked about it there.
They did. They did.
And I like those people. Let's air all of your business.
Well, you know what? I got to tell you, and this is kind of it, because I said, hey, look, I understand you probably don't want a name attached to it, but to Jaybird's point, there were some people that do, and this was an email. I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to leave your name out of this. But I wanted to read off some of these emails that I got on this. We got a ton of emails, Virginia.
Nice.
So I just want to tell you, well, I don't know. Nice, maybe not nice, but why are people living in a sexless marriage?
I like the dirt. I like the juice. That's what I'm here for.
And there's going to be reasons. There's going to be different reasons for it.
There is, and I think it's interesting because hey, look, if you've always wanted an open forum to be like, gosh, I'm going through this. Is everyone's story like mine? Am I the only one going through this? You're not, because there were a ton. I can tell you, for the response we typically get on any topic, this was way more than average.
But there's some people that are built like Virginia who are not very sexual people. They just don't get the cravings and stirrings.
Yeah. So I'm going to go through some of the emails and hopefully... Yeah.
What, am I the face of it? Look.
No, I'm the face of it. You can't take that from me.
He's the face of sexless marriage. You're the face of, I don't really like
I
sex.
just did the math, and me and Panda are averaging about 36 times a year. So sit down.
Okay.
So that's below average.
It's below average.
It sounds like
I'm busy. What do you want from me?
Exhibit A, Your Honor. That's my point right there.
Look,
I just won my case.
I'm busy. What do you want from me?
If somebody would get me a wife, that'd be great. I would love to have a wife so she can do all the crap that I have to do, like cleaning and cooking and dinner and homework and laundry and all that stuff. If I had a wife, I could be getting busy a lot more.
Did I just see your husband Panda running out of the building?
He sprinted. He had Rocco in his arms, and they were sprinting out
Come
of
on,
the
son,
building.
we gotta go. Mama's going off. Oh my God, jeez. I felt like it went on a lot longer than it needed to, right?
Do you have Kahlua? Is there Kahlua in your water?
Zero Kahlua today.
Okay, so here's some of the emails that we got. If you want to hear the stories of why people are having sexless marriages and the emotions that go along with it. This email says, we have sex 3 to 4 times a year. My husband is on hormone replacement therapy, and it still doesn't help. It's been this way for the 17 years that I've known him, and I'm losing my mind, and I'm losing my S-bond with him all the time. Why stay? I love him beyond this, but so many times I'm ready to leave. I don't want to cheat. So I'm at the breaking point of wanting to file for divorce. Sexless makes you feel unworthy, unattractive, and there's no emotional bond to hold you together. He does not initiate when there is sex, and his excuse is always related to him being upset with me for one reason or another. Really? Upset with me 360 days out of the year? BS.
Oh, if he's upset with you that much, he should be into the divorce.
He never takes blame for his shortcomings. I've suggested sex, therapy, etc. He refuses. Help. I know it's ultimately what I can live with, but I'm so upset so often over this. I want to leave, but don't. I'm 46. I should not be sexless. I wish I could blast his name on your show. I know that's vindictive. I'm just so angry, hurt, etc.
I mean, just ask yourself this question. Are you really living? I know you're alive and you're waking up, but are you really living life? The answer, the question is no, this isn't just about sex either. It sounds like she's got personality issues against him. She doesn't like his personality with some of the stuff he's doing.
She wants to be desired, and it sounds like she's not getting any of that from him.
And then he's blaming it on you. And again, we're only getting
You're mad at her?
We're getting one side of these stories, which makes it very difficult. Because how do we know? No offense to the person that wrote it, but what if they're super annoying?
What if she's awful?
Yeah, we don't know.
We should say his name so he'll call in.
But the fact that she's so mad, she wants to blast his name, that sounds like she's so angry.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Why would you want to stay?
And all these stories are a little bit different. So that's why I think it's interesting to read several of these emails, because they are slightly different of people that are in sexless marriages and why and how they feel about it. This email says, I've been with my person about 6 to 8 years. We only have sex once a year, if that. I throw myself at them and they push me away unless it's convenient for them. I daydream about other sexual relationships daily. I would never act on it, but it's a nice thought. If it doesn't include sports, he's not interested. What do? I love him, but I want some fun or interest in my life. Did I mention the almost 20-year age gap?
Well, I mean, you're answering so many of your own questions. I think a lot of people get with somebody because they're lonely and they fill a void and they don't necessarily really know or like each other. And then you're married and then you find out, oh, he just wants to watch sports. He doesn't make me laugh.
Yeah.
The passions in life, we are so far apart from that, and he ain't going to change.
Yeah.
And I know what I want in life.
Yeah.
It sucks. If there's not kids involved, I don't know why people stay.
You don't need to be together if you're not on the same page to this level. It sounds like they just need to separate. You don't have to get divorced. Just separate for a little while and see what your life is like.
I mean, life is so short, man. We are not on this rock that long.
Yeah, why be miserable every day? He's saying he is mad at you every day. You're saying you don't get any sex every day. Like, you guys need to, don't get divorced necessarily just yet, but separate. Get separate households. Go live separate lives. Date who you want. See what's going on out there. life is short, like Jay Bird said. What are you doing?
Well, you just don't want to wake up one day, you're 75 years old, and go, what did I lived the wrong life.
Why did I stay?
I didn't live my life.
There's a lot of these going on with people that are in sexless marriages. This email says, I was married for 16 years and sexless for the last 8 of them because there was no other reason to leave him, and I felt that was shallow when he was a good person and a great dad to our small children at the time. It's hard to justify ending a marriage because there's no intimacy, but I did it, and I'm glad I chose to put myself first so that I could be a better mother without the constant resentment and frustration, sexual and otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think you should stay with the kids if you guys are... Just because you have kids doesn't mean necessarily need to stay with each other. But the reason why I said that earlier, I understand why people would stay in a relationship because of the kids. But I don't think you should always stay in there. If you're fighting all the time and miserable in front of your kids, trust me, they're picking up on that.
But there are also other reasons for these sexless marriages. And these last 2 emails kind of show you that, it's not just one reason. This one says, sometimes sex just hurts. It's not because we aren't into it or turned on. In my circumstance, I'm always horny, but it's painful unless I'm drinking. We've signed, was this Virginia? Wait, hold on. We have been together almost 13 years, but with recurring ovarian cysts and endometriosis, it's sometimes easier to just take care of myself and keep moving on with no pain. I painfully pay for it when we are intimate for days after, and I'm doing that now. Sincerely, the a-hole that doesn't put out enough.
That is a very specific and different kind of situation. We got medical things going on there. You physically can't.
But that's why I'm saying it could be a medical thing. There are many different reasons for these. That's a person that it's painful to them and not enjoyable.
I would like to, not in a creepy way, ask that couple, do they do other things in intimate ways? I don't know, a little mutual master.
I would say no. It sounds like she's doing it herself alone, and that, you're right, that could be the issue. Like they need to have a conversation and say, hey, look,
and
maybe you can join in on my alone time.
Then I'm not saying it's going to be better than, but sometimes you little or other little things you do.
Show me on Suits.
Suits? No, sometimes there's other things you can do that are still, you get that intimate, you fill that void. You guys can be laying with each other. You guys can be taking care of each other in other ways. It's not full gorilla. There's ways, and I wonder if they've tried that.
There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Exactly. Yeah. There's more than one way to get to go to O-Town.
Meow.
And here is a whole other reason why some people are in sexless marriages. This email that we got at mail@kvjshow.com says, I married a very sweet guy and everything was good, but something triggered abuse memories, and now I can't stand to be touched by a man sexually. Therapy hasn't helped yet. It's been 4 years out of 8 now. I guess that isn't intentional, though. So we're hearing physical issues, psychological issues. Sometimes it's just your lifestyle and you would think it'd be easy things. Maybe it's not a priority for you, but there's a whole myriad of reasons why people are in sexless marriages.
It's like anything we talk about. There's really, nothing's absolute.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's different things for every situation.
But I am a huge proponent of therapy. If you have a triggered emotion from past abuse, you need to be in therapy on a weekly basis trying to work through that.
And keep this in mind, too, because we don't know any of your situations because they're kind of vague. Maybe you're not with the right therapist. That can help. I mean, that can also be something, too. Sometimes getting with the right therapist is like dating. You try a couple on and they don't fit.
Yep.
So, hopefully maybe some of these experiences, turns on a light for you on how you can handle your own situation and fix it and get yourself so that you're happy. And maybe you're okay with it. Some people are. They're like, you know what? We just realize we don't need it in our relationship and we're doing all right.
Some people aren't driven by sex. I mean, Virginia's not the most,
I'm not driven by it, but if I was in a sexless marriage, it would crush me.
Of course it would.
Because I would feel like, oh, Panda doesn't, want all these goodies. And then it starts to make you feel like I'm worthless in that way.
Is that how you say, hey, Pan, you want some of these goodies?
Come
you want
over
Mama's
here.
goodies?
You want some of this cake?
And it does allow you to connect on a different level.
It does.
And it renews your relationship when you do. And you're both into it.
Yes.
I feel like I need a drink now. I don't know. It's freeing conversation.
Because you're depressed or because you're horny?
I think if I drink, I'm going to get real horny. So
Okay, all right, let's go with that. All right.
Watch out, Kevin.
KVJ's double your
Sexless no
paycheck.
more.
Yeah. Jaybird wants to take care of you.
Yeah. All right, like I said, I want to get 9 winners today in KVJ's Double Your Paycheck, and we're starting out strong here with Barry Stroll of Boca Raton. What up, Barry?
What up, guys?
Barry!
Yeah, Barry!
Yay!
How you doing, man?
Hooray! Good. Guys, I'm so stoked. I've been listening to you guys for years. I've been trying to double my paycheck and finally got through.
Boom. That's
Nice.
awesome. Very cool. You got any ideas what you're going to do with the new mad cash you got?
Retire.
Oh, hey, man, you're in a good
No
place
idea.
for it. That's very nice. Well, Barry, thanks for being our first and hopefully not last winner today, bud.
Thanks. You guys rock. Love you guys.
Good. Love you too. There you go.
Barry's a sweetheart.
Love you
Barry
too, Barry.
did it right. Coming up in 40 minutes, Randy calls out another name to double your paycheck. Well, we heard a very interesting interview. It is Take Your Kid to Work Day, and Virginia brought her 6-year-old son Rocco in here, and boy, the revelations that came from Rocco today. He just had a good old time just talking to us about what's going on in the Sinicki household, and including in right at the end of that little interview, what intrigued me a lot was the fact that Mama apparently is showing off the goods. You flashed your husband and your son? Is that what happened?
We were all in the master bathroom.
Okay.
And Panda came home kind of late because he had to go to a family event. But he went with our family, and our family has cats up in Stewart. And so when he came home, he's like, I got to get in the shower. I feel like I have cat hair on me. And that's a big thing in my house. No one's allowed to touch anything if they have cat hair on them.
Oh, okay.
So he gets in the shower first. And so I walk in there behind him, and Rocco follows me. And we're all in there talking. So we're hanging out. And when Dad got out of the shower, he was still naked. And he had his towel, but he was like doing a little dance where he did like the helicopter.
He likes spinning that thing around, doesn't he?
Yes.
And that's the dance Rocco was describing. When
Right.
music comes on, Dad likes to dance and twirl that thing.
I had music going, and so Daddy's dancing. And since he was dancing, I lifted up my moo-moo and I started shaking it. And Rocco's laughing hysterically.
I was always around a naked family.
Yeah.
Nakedness. I mean, it'll never weird me out. We had a lot of people at my house, and nakedness just was going to happen.
Magnolia would have been mortified. So we did not include her in this. But yeah, me and Panda and little Rocco were having a good laugh in the bathroom.
Yeah, so Mags is not seeing any of the goodies.
No.
So she's unfortunately left out of all that family sharing.
She would be mortified, embarrassed, want nothing to do with us, and think we're insane.
My family wasn't, hey, everyone look at it, but if somebody happened to be naked and running by, if they need a towel or something, it wasn't a real big deal. Obviously, you would try to cover yourself the most.
Right.
How are the Ralstons when it comes to nudity? Are you guys, oh my gosh, I just saw Dad naked, or is it not that big of a deal?
I don't think it was to that level, but it didn't happen often. So we weren't wound so tight, but we weren't free as that anybody be walking anywhere. You know, you would be in the bathroom and you would, change as you should and all that kind of stuff. I don't know that my mom I don't remember my dad doing the helicopter, and I don't remember my mom just throwing it out there and going, woo, and seeing that. That probably would have burned itself into my brain.
I don't have those memories either, Kevin.
Yeah.
We're a little loose and silly, and we like to dance, and I don't know. I had a few pops in me.
Well, yeah. He said your voice changes a little bit when Mama gets drinking beer, he said.
And he's right, because when the drunker Virginia gets, the more she turns into Urkel.
Yeah.
Did I do that? Yes, you did do that, Virginia.
He can still understand you, but your voice gets a lot more gravelly, he said. And then how did you feel at the end there? Rocco had talked about, it seems like Daddy is his favorite.
I know Daddy's his favorite. Him and Daddy are boys. I get it.
Does that hurt you at all?
No, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Him and Daddy they have a great father-son bond.
Yeah.
I have that with Mags. I got my girl. He's got his boy. We're good.
You're all good.
He loves his mama too, though.
He does. He pretends like he doesn't want to snuggle me, and then he does.
Oh. Who wouldn't want to snuggle that,
I
right,
mean,
Bird?
look at that.
Come here, Jay Bird.
I would probably rather snuggle a cactus.
Oh.
A wet cat?
Be less loud.
I can bring a cactus in
And
here.
the cactus might be more into it, too.
Oh, it is a big, big day of winning here. The final day for KVJ's Double Your Paycheck. I want to get a winner every single hour. And we started off great. Barry Stroll of Boca Raton doubled up a paycheck. That was our 9 a.m. winner. In just about 10 minutes, you got another chance to win again. It's going to happen the top of every single hour through 5 p.m. today. We've also got one of our other winners. It's now in studio. Kelly Poteet. Her friend Dawn is with her. Hello, Kelly and Dawn.
Hi, guys. Thanks for letting us stop by.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely. You're bringing gifts.
Gifts.
So.
Brought some Snoop Dogg wine for everybody.
That is the 19 Crimes. I got to tell you, that's one of my recommendations. If you want a really good, affordable wine, 19 Crimes is one of my go-tos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. And you brought the Snoop Dogg. I hear it's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm so
amazing.
excited.
I got the blush and then the red.
And you're just cooler when you drink Snoop Dogg
It's
wine.
Snoop wine. I mean, the Snoop wine is just the best.
That wine's going to make Ralston say, oh, bow, wow, wow.
Yay, Kev in the house.
Okay,
I also brought
rapping.
Kevin and Virginia and Jaybird some of the Delta 8 gummies that I tried.
Sweet. Yeah, Denny's is very excited now.
I wouldn't recommend if you're not a smoker, partaker, not to take both of them because I did, and I was still high the next day.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, I was a lot nicer, people said, so, maybe. But, yeah, these are, I got them from a vape shop over in Del Rey. It's called USA Vape.
Okay, nice.
And they do great. They have all sorts of vaping stuff there, but they have a great section of. I do the Delta 8 cookies to help me sleep and take off the edge.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
I can only eat a quarter of the cookie.
Yeah, you got to know your limits, right?
Yeah, I know my limits on it. Yeah.
That's it.
Luckily for us, you're dealing with some pros in here.
Yeah.
Dr. Denny's over here.
Dr. Denny's could probably write a marijuana book.
Dr. Denny's and Nurse Bird.
And then I brought Jaybird some books that my boyfriend wrote. And published himself. They're on Amazon, and he wanted Jaybird to have them about werewolves.
Oh,
yeah.
He loves werewolves.
Yeah, werewolves, and the last one has Bigfoot in it. It talks about Bigfoot through the Indian side of it and stuff, and he just... I don't know how he does it. He sits at home, he thinks of these things, and he'll sit there all night long and type it out, write it out.
Is it Delta 8? Yeah.
No, he does the other side of it, like Denny's does. But yeah, I mean, he's. I told him all the time, I'm like, I don't know how you get it from your head to the book page.
But it works.
But it works, yeah. And on Amazon, if you're like an independent publisher, you can get it published, and you don't have to have the books yourself. They will do it to order.
That's
so like
cool.
when someone goes online and orders it, they'll make it, and they'll ship it to them directly.
That's so cool.
That's so everybody can self-publish now.
Exactly, you can self-publish.
Denny's, you need to put together your joke book.
You're right.
You can self-publish.
Self-publish it.
All clean jokes today for Clean Joke Day.
Yeah, clean comedy day.
Stop yelling at Denny's, Virginia.
But so we just wanted to come in and say hi to everybody and say thank you. I'm the one that needed the hot water heater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
so
good,
tomorrow we're going to go look for a hot water heater.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is
how nice is that?
amazing.
Because, those are one of those things you don't really want to buy in life, but you just have to.
Yeah.
And then, boom, when money falls in your lap, you're like, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
we
go
were
get it
trying
done.
to nurse it back together.
Oh, geez,
and
I've
then,
done that. Yeah.
I got home, and Thursday he told me, he's like, yeah, it's not going to be nursed back together.
No.
And I'm like, okay, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to just, figure it out. And I'm like, about that time, Nikki was getting ready to read off names, or Kevin was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I'm like, please, just call my name for a hot water heater. And then boom, I got called.
Wow.
My friend Dawn calls me immediately. Yeah. Kelly, they called your name. I'm like, I already heard it. Get off the phone. She's like, but you need to call. I'm like, I'm on the phone. Get off the phone.
You have that system, though. That's what I'm telling people. You need to have a friend and family buddy system that's listening in case something happens, like the cat claws you in the face. You're like, ow.
As soon as she called my name, it was funny because I have cats, and I started yelling and screaming, and they're all looking at me like, oh my God, what happened to Mom? And I'm like, move out of the way. I gotta get to the phone.
I gotta win. Well, you did. Win. Congratulations, Kelly.
Thank you very much.
Dawn, nice meeting you.
Yay.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys for having us.
Appreciate you all so much. Now you can sit back and you can be wowed by this guy, Jaybird. He likes to wrap up the show here with a little thought to kind of put everything in life in perspective.
Pop that Delta 8 and lay back. Never take the blame for how someone mistreated you. Do
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.